Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. Tonight's information is pertaining to the latest interview given by Mr. Don Wells, the bio donor of missing 5-year-old Summer Wells. I will also be bringing you commentary that I brought earlier today pertaining to the frustration of the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, an upload to YT from an attorney out of Colorado, his personal opinion and assessment of the interviews given by the parents, and audio from the interview of Mr. Wells. Thank you all for joining me. God bless all of you. Thank you so much. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you so much for joining me. So much to bring you. I'm going to try to be brief as possible. Thank you. There's a lot of crazy nonsense going on in this world. Just too much. Thank you all so much for joining me. Bear with me. I'm doing a little tagging while I'm on here. Hope you all are well. Thanks for joining me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sharing this to somebody so they'll know that I'm on. Thank you all so much for joining me. God bless all of you. Just give me one moment, please. Gathering everything up. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to start by reading information that I brought you earlier to recap those who were not a part of the live earlier, just so you can keep abreast of everything that's going on. Like, share, subscribe to Everyday Shenanigans. Hit the like button. Thank you so much for joining me. This is by WJHL. Brought you this information earlier. TBI official calls lack of tips or leads in Summer Wells' disappearance frustrating. An official with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says the lack of tips or leads in the case of missing Hawkins County 5-year-old Summer Wells is frustrating. In a video update posted by the agency on Tuesday, TBI Assistant Special Agent in Charge Shelley Smitherman said when a child goes missing, investigators typically have an idea as to how the child went missing. That is not the case with Wells' disappearance. On the TBI bulletin, it reads as follows. Summer Wells has now been missing for a month. The circumstances leading to her disappearance remain under investigation. We appreciate your continued interest in the case and assure you that the hashtag Tennessee Amber Alert issue for Summer will remain active until she is located. Typically, an Amber Alert, and the ones that I've been involved in since I have been over this program, within a couple of days, we have a tip or lead or have an idea if they've been abducted. If they may be left into the woods, Smither said, somebody saw something that leads up, hopefully, to get an answer to where the child went or if they were taken. We're going to have some tip or lead. And that is the frustrating part for the law enforcement in this case and the public. Smitherman said investigators will continue to search for Wells. Wells was reported missing on June 15th in the Beech Creek area of Hawkins County. As of July 9th, Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said no singular persons of interest have been identified in the case. Well, this is the said information from Ms. Smitherman, Shelley Smitherman, TBI Assistant Special Agent in Charge. Just one moment, please.
Typically on an Amber Alert, and the ones that I've been involved in since I have been over this program, within a couple of days, we have a tip or a lead or have an idea if they've been abducted, if they may be left into the woods. Somebody saw something that leads us, hopefully, to get an answer to where the child went or if they were taken. We're going to have some tip or lead. And that's the frustrating part for law enforcement in this case and for the public. We will continue to investigate and search for Summer. In the public's eye, there may not be as much media attention given to this case, but that does not mean that we stop what we're doing. We will continue to use every resource we have that we can utilize to try to find Summer.
Thank you very much. WJHL is the source. 1-800-TBI fine. Amber Alert. Height 3 feet. Weight 40 pounds. Hair blonde. Eyes blue. Last seen wearing gray pants, pink shirt, possibly no shoes. That is on the TBI poster for Summer Wells. If you need verification for the information I brought you, WJHL 11 is the source. And the lady that you heard reading that said information is Miss Smitherman. She is the agent working on this said case. Thank you for joining me. Hope you all are well. Next is commentary pertaining to the search for Summer. And this is by the commander of the search team giving his commentary. YouTube is the source.
Summer Wells is not nearly as visible to the public as it was 1 month ago.
But the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office describes the search for the child as active and intense. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says as of today it's received 970 tips. No credible leads, though, in the search for the missing child.
News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel talked with emergency teams about their role in the search and where it stands now. Ansley?
Josh and Sarah, the incident commander for ground search operations told me that just because the search for Summer Wells was scaled back in June, his team has not quit looking for the missing 5-year-old.
There's been very limited ground searching since the scaling back. Right now, in essence, all we're pretty much going off of, like I said, is anything credible leads, credible information.
Officials announced on June 27th that the ground search for Summer Wells would be on an as-needed basis.
I don't feel like that I made the decision to quit. We haven't quit. It was just we had to scale back, get our bearings back together, allow these people to rest and recuperate, to figure out where can we go next, what can we hit aggressively next, what can we do to find Summer Wells.
Tim Coop led almost 1,200 people from 120 different agencies during the 13-day search in the Beech Creek community. That call to scale back still weighs heavy.
Speaking with command staff, speaking to subject matter experts that were involved from other agencies out of state, getting together every day. Hey, this is what we've covered. This is the probability. This is putting all these things together to make the decision. I could say made the decision easier, but it didn't. Still, at the end of the day, it was very difficult to make the decision of scaling back operations to only go off of credible leads.
Coop is still working with authorities as tips come in and is in touch with those who assisted from in and out of state. He assures that every crew is ready whenever the call comes.
Even if it's ground that has already been searched 1 to multiple times, be in contact with TBI, Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, if it's something they feel as though needs to be a credible search, needs to go back in and look over things again, we're right there with them.
Captain Coop told me that the search for Summer Wells has impacted his teams physically, mentally, and emotionally. You'll hear more about the help available to them tonight at 6. Josh?
Ansley, thank you. Again, anyone with information about where Summer is, call 1-800-TBI-FIND or email tipstotbi@tn.gov.
Amen. That commentary is WJHL, YouTube, Channel 11 News, local affiliate covering the story pertaining to Summer Wells. If you need verification for the said information, leave a comment below if you like on their news affiliate. So it's on an as-needed basis at the moment for the search of Summer Wells. If they feel the TBI, has credible information, then this search team will go into the designated area to search for Summer Wells. And as you've heard the commander speak, it has taken a toll on its members emotionally, mentally, and physically, as it would if anyone has a heart, a soul, and a spirit, empathy for a child. It would affect you immensely. Thank you all for joining me. There is a YouTuber that has information pertaining to the storyline. He has his own opinion pertaining to the storyline. I watched him speak, and I want to play audio from the YouTuber's video pertaining to his assessment. He is an attorney out in Colorado. I stumbled across his channel today, and I just decided to weigh in on what he had to say pertaining to the child, his opinion of the case. And after that, I'm trying to decide which one I want to play first. If I want to play his first or play this audio of Mr. Wells first. Trying to decide which order I want to go in. Thank you all for joining me. Welcome to Everyday Shenanigans. God bless all of you. It's a whole lot to deal with, I tell you. Just a whole lot. Let me do this interview, the latest interview, and get that over with. One second. Thanks for joining me.
We're coming up on a very sad milestone tomorrow, which will be in the fourth week. You know, basically a month since summer went missing, and I just wanted to check in with you all and see, if there have been any new developments or anything that changed.
Nothing.
No.
That's real discouraging. Only God can turn this around in this point.
How is your family coping?
My wife ain't doing too good. She's not doing too good at all. She's pretty upset.
I can imagine. Is she needing help or anything, or?
No, just kind of some anger issues and all this stuff on social media is just.
I know that's out of line. That stuff's out of line, way out of line.
Yeah.
How are your kids doing?
They're coping with it okay. They're doing okay. I'm upset. I've just made the decision. I made up my mind not to let Satan win.
How do you do that? What steps do you take personally?
To not let Satan win?
Yeah.
Not let him get down. Not I could be down and not go back to work and let it affect me in every way. But you can't do that.
Well, you still got a family to raise also, I guess, too, don't you?
So I still got to move forward. I still got to go to work. I still got to try, even though I miss her. Wish to God it was away, but we live in an evil world. I ain't the first one, to lose a family member or all kinds of tragedies been happening since the beginning of this creation. There's been all kind of bad stuff going on. Man can't just seem kind of like a bad dream or whatever. Yeah, it does. And my memories of summer and everything, that's what kills me, because we had such a great love for each other. She loved me, and I don't know why I've never had someone love me that much in my life. And so it's been awesome between me and her, and so it's killed me since she's been gone. It's just at first it was just so horrific knowing that someone abducted her and the cops are looking all around her house, knowing that she's not there. It's like just looking to yourself. This ain't doing no good. But I wish the police they would have blocked off both ends of Beach Creek and everything else and kept it contained in our area, because I'm sure she's hundreds of miles away. I can't blame them or whatever, but I'm upset. I'm really upset, But it's too little, too late now.
I guess this is probably, I don't know if this is something that has been on your family's mind, but you've got to kind of move on with the business of living. And I guess one of the
We're calling this the new $1 million stimulus program.
Sorry
it's
about
a brand
that.
new program
Commercial.
that is paying qualified homeowners over $2,039.
one of the things is your kids have to go back to school, and I was wondering if you all had given any thought to that, if that's going to be if that's something that's going to be hard to do to try to take them back to school.
Well, I mean, I don't know why, but they're dealing with it okay more than me. They're doing a lot better than me and Candace are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that is, but I don't know. Because when I was in school, one of our guys, one of the kids that was in school with us, bought his son a shotgun, and somehow it accidentally went off and killed his dad right in front of him. And we never did see that kid back in school again, but that was his daddy, though. There's a difference, I guess. I mean, maybe my kids are looking at it like, well, maybe God will bring her back, or I don't know. But statistically speaking, I mean, there's a good chance she's already dead if you look at it statistically. And I hate to think that I love her with all my heart, but only God, if nothing else, I'll see her in the resurrection. As long as I keep the commandments and I do what I'm supposed to do, I'll see her in the commandments. If that's the case,
resurrection. So is it going to be just kind of back to business when school starts and the kids are going to go back?
Yeah, we ain't got the books. We don't have a choice,
I was just wondering if there was maybe any kind of fear or concern just to let them out of your sight after.
Well, yeah, definitely. We was sending them down, to the school bus by themselves, but I don't think we'll ever do that again.
Do they get picked up at the end of your road there on Beach Creek?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And of course you're back to work and the kids are going back to school, so it seems like there's no choice but to try to return to some sort of normalcy within this horrible event.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I'm not going to let Satan convince me to go drinking or whatever. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going down that road. I choose life.
Mm-hmm.
Choose God. And that's probably, I've never, before in my life I was weaker, and just the least little thing would be the excuse to go get drunk or whatever, but not no more. And this is the most horrific thing that I could have ever even thought of happening.
Mm-hmm. Has your theory about what happened to Summer changed any since we spoke a couple weeks ago?
No, she was abducted. There's, I forget how you put that, reasonable deduction, or however you say that. You're talking school, but by that theory there, yeah, she's been abducted in my mind, 100%. I know Candace wouldn't lie to me about any of the facts. She has no reason to, she wouldn't lie.
And I think somebody said, or you told the media that she was my detective test, and you took one also. And that you all were cleared of any suspicion that was based on that.
Well, I don't know if we were completely cleared because that's not admissible in court.
Yeah.
But yeah, we both, at first, I didn't get no sleep for 2 days. I couldn't sleep. I was, it's the worst misery and pain I've ever felt in my life. But I wasn't able to take my detector test. They made me wait a little bit, but when I did take it, I passed. They made Candace wait 5 days longer to take hers, because she just wasn't able to. She tried, and she wasn't able to. it's not, people are saying that we failed and we took another test. That's not the case. We just weren't able to. So when we did take them, we both passed, our tests.
I imagine that if it measures changes in your blood pressure or something based on if you tell a lie, your blood pressure changes. But if you're Toro pieces, then your blood pressure is probably changing anyways.
The way it works is kind of it measures your brain's activity too. And whenever you lie, you have to think about that lie. When you stick with the truth, it just comes out. The truth is the truth. Mm-hmm. But when you lie, you got to think about that for a little bit. And your heart might jump just a little bit or whatever. They look at all that. Yeah.
So,
it's easy to tell the truth. Put it that way.
Yeah. So did they? I know this is a hard question to ask, but did they ever do any question of your sons also, or any kind of?
Yeah, they've taken them into specialists because I guess can't come out and question them. But yes, they have questioned all of them. Mm-hmm. They even give mother-in-law lie detector tests.
Oh wow!
And she also passed.
Okay. So this, I didn't go up to your house when they took the roadblock down. I didn't want to just bust up there and uninvited, but I did go into your driveway and look up. And that for somebody to go up there and not knowing what they're going to find, it seems highly unlikely because that's straight up, and you can't see where you're going. You don't know which was ahead of you.
And we've had several people sneaking around there, though, and but we've had them sneaking around at night, in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
We've never had somebody up there at 5:30 in the afternoon that we know of, But they didn't come up the driveway. They come up a dog trail from the woods.
Oh, okay.
They didn't come up the way. And that dog that they used, that's where the scent took them, was down through the woods, out the driveway.
Where did the dog scent end?
At the road, Van Hill Road is where the dog scent ended.
Oh man.
Yep. So that right there, I already knew all that, but they're just confirmed it for me.
Yeah. Do you believe that she's still alive? Do you have any intuition that she might still be out there somewhere?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
All I know is I believe in God. I don't believe in any psychic stuff.
Oh man, that stuff's horrible that they've had on. I've seen it on YouTube. That's terrible. Why would somebody? That's the morals of a person that put that out there. What they've been saying.
Somebody made a fake account with me, and then they put on there to some other woman that I buried the body with the legs, and so the TBI has been out the lake. They couldn't get a hold of me because I was in church, but they've been out there looking for her body. It's just ridiculous what people are doing, and they're going with these psychics and what they're saying and doing whatever they can to get their story out there. But the Bible says clearly it's an abomination.
Right.
When you do a psychic, they can be talking, to your dead relatives or whatever. That's untrue because Jesus made it clear that when you die, you sleep until the resurrection. You are in no conscious state whatsoever. You are just unconscious, asleep, as Jesus put it, until the.
Want to know how to get rid of your toe fungus for good?
Sorry about that,
Then
you guys.
must see this. Top medical
They got to get their money.
So if you're talking to somebody, it's an evil spirit.
Let me ask you this: is there anything that your family needs? Like, is there anything that the community can do aside from tipsters and things like that and information? But is there anything that you people in your family need? That the community,
I think we're good on everything. The only thing that I wish is, as a country that, and the way these kids are coming up missing left and right, and all the drugs. Man, we need to send our military into our own country. That's my opinion. We send our military everywhere in the world to fight terrorism. Well, I think it's time we turn into our own country to fight terrorism. They can't seem to catch these guys nowhere. We need our military. You know, to put them to some good use. I mean, that's what I wish.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know you probably you're on break. I probably need to let you get back to work. I was wondering, do you think Mrs. Wells would want to meet and talk any more about how things are going? Is she up to that?
Right now she's still clearing up and stuff. It's just getting worse for her.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. It's bad for me too. I'd do anything to have my baby back, but I gotta put my faith in God. I mean, if it wasn't for that, I would have lost it a long time ago. I mean, I got to pray to Him and pray that she's okay, that He'll pull her through with His mighty right arm, with His rights, whatever. But it's something like God. The police can't come over with nothing. Now, all these people on Facebook all over the world can't come up with nothing. Nobody can. Only God can.
And in 30 years, I've never seen anything like this happen.
Me either. I mean, I've never seen it in my life. When I lived in Houston, Texas, when I was a kid, it was pretty bad out that way, but all kind of crazy stuff out there.
But there was never somebody that just disappeared without a clue that I know of. I'm sure it happens, but not that I've ever seen in my life.
Well, when there's an abduction, I mean, what else would you call it?
Yeah.
Disappearing. I don't understand that. You know, but yeah, somebody was either hiding in the weeds there, waiting for the shady to come in the basement. But yeah, I mean, they weren't 30 feet away when she got gone. Yeah. I mean, maybe 40 at the most.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
So somebody's from God.
Well, I sure appreciate you talking to me. I didn't want to call too much and be a pest. But after, it's been a couple weeks, I wanted to check back in with you.
Okay, so I appreciate you.
Okay. All right. Take care. I'll be praying for you. All right.
Right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Said information is on the YT. If you need verification for the information that I just brought you, I want to thank all of you for joining me. God bless you. This is Everyday Shenanigans. If you want to donate to the channel, the cause, the dream, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All donations are accepted on the Cash App. Thank you. The next information will be pertaining to a YouTuber who is an attorney out west who's weighing in on the information that he has heard and seen on the YT. And he's giving his 411. And I kind of like what I heard with him because everything he has said, I've already said on my channel myself pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells. And you can get the verification on the YT of this said YouTuber's commentary.
Welcome to another edition of Crime News with Mark Solomon. It's Tuesday, July 13, 2021, and today we're going to be talking more about Summer Wells' disappearance case, and we're going to be going over some viewer comments, and we're going to be talking a lot about the interviews, and I'm going to be pointing you in some directions of some other YouTube shows, which I think you will like. Stay tuned. But before we get to that, don't forget to click like with subscribe with a little bell next to it to be notified of future videos. I will be posting more videos. You want to know about it? Click the button and you'll find out what they are. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. First thing I wanted to talk a little bit about, there's a website I found which talks, this is Crime Online, and it talks about, there's a good chance she's already gone. Her new interview with missing Summer Wells' father, Don Wells. And this is not actually a new interview. I think it's new to them. We covered it in this weekend's video, but this is the comment I kind of wanted to spend some time on. If nothing else, we'll see her in the resurrection. As long as I keep her in the commandments and do what I'm supposed to do, I'll see her, said Don Wells. Summerwell's father. That's an important thing. He said this in one of the original interviews that I had referred to in last week's video, this weekend's video. And remember, here he is just days out from having had his 5-year-old daughter missing, and he's already saying, I'll see her in the resurrection. And, it's telling. I've had a lot of viewers comment about this interview and how he has just no affect. Let's all try to remember, when any of us goes through anything stressful, there are many different ways we can handle stress. Some people laugh, some people cry, some people just go flatline, and they're dealing with stress the way they know. It's not for us to say what they're doing, what they're feeling, what they're thinking. I've done so many cases where police officers say somebody looks nervous or somebody was laughing, so obviously they couldn't be scared. Different people handle it differently. Let's give them a little latitude. This particular article, and again, links to all these pages are going to be in the comments below. He says he looks to brothers, to specialists, because they couldn't come out and question them, Dunwell says, but they have questioned them. Also gave my mother-in-law a lie detector test. This is something I want to talk about. I didn't mention this in my last video. At one point, Don Wells was talking about how Candace Bly, the mother of Summer Wells, took a polygraph and passed it. I had commented earlier that I thought that this was a very strange thing to say because it didn't come from law enforcement. And generally speaking, they don't comment on lie detector tests because polygraph tests, lie detector tests, they're not that credible. And it's interesting that he would come out and say that she took it and passed. What about him? If they gave her a lie detector test, wouldn't they have given one to him too? And who's going to vouch for the results of that one if she's not talking about it? Again, I thought it was kind of peculiar, but I wanted to mention it. There is another one. This was just from yesterday, where the tips they've gotten are up to 935 tips. So that's the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. They're looking into these tips, but none of them have been useful. And, it makes me wonder, is that, I've had a lot of people comment, and, hey, folks, I really appreciate the comments. Last I looked, we were well over 500 comments on Saturday's video. I appreciate that. I'm reading as many as I possibly can. Think about this, though. A lot of people are saying, you armchair folks, stop speculating and causing problems. You're just making it less likely you're going to find Summer Wells. And, I don't think that's what people are doing. I think they're genuinely curious. I think the story that that's come out, not from the law enforcement or the prosecutors, generally speaking, they have released no details whatsoever. All we're hearing about this case is from the interviews from the news media interviewing the family. And that's where things are just getting a little strange. A lot of people, myself included, are having a lot of hard time believing some of these facts, and we're going to get to that in just a second. Last article I wanted to go over was, this is a video put out by the sheriff of Hawkins County, where Summer is missing from, and his video, he doesn't talk much. I think it's a minute and a half. You should watch this video. Basically, he says everybody's a suspect. From there, let's go a little bit to some of the comments that everybody's been posting, and these are interesting. Here's one from Tracy Oshinsky. This was 3 days ago, saying anybody with a missing child, you don't give up. You never give up. It's like they know what happened, and this is what I wanted to highlight here. Your child just went in the house, and the mom goes in 2 minutes later. Why would you be looking for her if she had just gone into the house? And expresses some disbelief. And I think that carries some weight, right? A 5-year-old, apparently, they come home from swimming, the doctor to get the prescription because the grandmother had hurt her knee or something like that, got an opiate prescription, nothing wrong with that. And then they come home to plant flowers, and after planting some flowers, not sure if it was in the garden or in those little pots next to the house that we saw in Saturday's video, but Summer gets a piece of candy from her grandmother and then goes into the house, and 2 minutes later, the mom goes in to look for her. And why is that strange? I think it's strange because, number one, she had gone in to go play in the playroom. The boys were in the house. It's not like she was not being supervised. Apparently, they had 3 other boys, and at least 1 or 2 of them were in the house with her. Why did the mom go in looking for her? That's kind of weird. I agree with this viewer. Second one from Prickly Pear 3 days ago. And she said her first red flag was as in was within days of Summer's disappearance when Don was being interviewed on the subject of the missing sister-in-law came up. And he said they never found a trace of her either. And that was within days of her disappearance. The either, Prickly Pear says, makes it altogether too clear that Don is certain that no trace of Summer is ever going to be found. And frankly, I tend to agree. I think that's an extremely suspicious thing to say. Last comment I wanted to go over has a number of things that I think are valid. A lot of valid points. The teenager said that Summer had slipped on a rock and went under for 15 to 20 seconds. And if her foot went forward, she most likely hit her head on the back of the rock. If she had fallen into the river and been under for 15, 20 seconds, goodness knows what happened or what was wrong with her. Next, the timeline of returning home to calling Don, who called 911, is suspicious. From 3:30 p.m. to 6:30 is 3 hours. And if she's missing for 3 hours with no trace of her, why would you wait 3 hours to call law enforcement? That does not make any sense at all. Next statement. I don't know of any person suffering from knee pain who went to the hospital for opiate drugs to alleviate the pain wants to plant flowers. Extremely valid point here. Nobody in pain is going to want to kneel, stoop, do anything like that. And if she's planting flowers, which is what their statements say, that the two adults were planting flowers and Summer was out there with them, very, very, very odd. Now, I had so many people who made so many comments about the dogs. Some people had said that there were, at least half a dozen. Other people had said 7, 8, 10, 20 dogs even. And I've had a lot of people commenting about these dogs. Now, I had made the comment that there was even a dog in the picture that the news article had showing the back of the house that they all lived in, that little 780 square foot home in the middle of an 11-acre lot, which I think is really important. But people had said that the dogs would have been barking. Some people called them vicious dogs. Others said that, well, no, they were stray dogs and they just used it as sort of a home base. And if it's not their actual home, they're not going to bark or be protective. But, I want to make this point because I think this is really important. If there were any dogs at the house at all, and there were two adults out back, or out front rather, and somebody had come onto the property in the middle of this 11-acre lot, made absolutely no noise, nobody had heard them, and had taken Summer from the home, which I find very, very incredible. The next question is, what were the dogs doing, and did the adults not even notice? Even if like half a dozen dogs made absolutely no noise, if there were stray dogs and they were running from the stranger, wouldn't that raise an alarm of some kind? A good analogy is if you're walking in a field, you make too much noise, and the trees on the edge of the field, there's a bunch of birds there. You make some noise and the birds flock off into the air. I mean, they didn't make any noise, but you saw a bunch of birds leaving. And if a pack of dogs were to run the other way, it would alert anybody that something was going on. Okay, and none of that apparently happened, so kind of strange. Next thing I wanted to do, there are some really, really good videos out there, and one I really wanted to call attention to is this one by the Behavior Panel. You should watch this. This is a really long video. It's about an hour and 20 minutes. Look at this, hour and 20 minutes, and these four guys go through the interviews. They are the experts on human behavior, and I think you should listen to what they have to say. What we say about human behavior and what we say are perfectly valid. If any one of us was a juror in a trial trying to evaluate somebody's credibility, I think these folks, these four guys, have a particularly keen sense of what they're looking for and why, and they may help you decide that maybe you were right about something or maybe you were wrong about something. Watch this video. There's another interview with Teresa, special guest Melissa, and this is on the channel called Unmasked. Look at this one too. Both of these videos are going to be in the description below, but they do a long interview with David Dotson, a family friend of the Wells family, and he was there. Apparently he talked to them and he's got some insight. Some people have pointed to this this interview as having even more discrepancies. But, again, this is another hour and 10-minute video. If you want to watch it, go ahead. I found it really interesting. And he does seem to point out some facts which don't jive with what came out in the other folks' interview. And I think it's definitely worth a watch. But thank you all so much for the comments. I've tried to respond to as many as I could, but remember, we're up to like 540 comments. It's kind of difficult to comment, to respond to everyone. I am reading as many as I can. You are all doing a wonderful job supporting and responding to each other. I appreciate that too. But that's what I've got for today. If you've got any thoughts, feelings, questions, or anything you'd like answered in a future video, please put it in the comments or tag me on Twitter. More than want to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you all so much for listening to the commentary. This is Mark Solomon, criminal defense. He is an attorney out of Colorado. That is his said commentary on YouTube. He is a YouTuber. I stumbled across him this evening, and his insights are basically the same insights that I have pertaining to this case. I brought you information pertaining to Mr. Wells, an interview that he has done, his commentary pertaining to what he thinks happened to his child. And I'm going to now bring you my commentary pertaining to all the information that I just brought you from the YT. Thank you so very much. And thank you, Mr. Solomon. Hope you don't mind me playing your audio from your video. Thank you very much. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Let the games begin. Long list of stuff to talk about. We will start with the first interview that you heard of Mr. Wells. The fact that Mr. Wells says, we're not the first one to lose a family member. Well, did you lose her? Or where is she, Mr. Wells? Because one could take that comment as she's formally gone, as in D-E-A-D. We had, H-A-D, past tense, a great love for one another. Past tense, once again. It has killed me since she has been gone. Once again, past tense. Not it's killing me. My baby's gone. My child is missing. Present tense is S-I-N-G. Missing. She's been abducted, you say? She's hundreds of miles away, I believe. Well, how would you know that? Because you see, this is your illusion or your version. Take your pick. Because which is it, Mr. Wells and Miss Bly? Hundreds of miles away. How in the world would you know where Summer is? You would only know she's hundreds of miles away if you handed her to somebody that took her hundreds of miles away. Stay woke. Nobody came up that holler, took your child. Because that's what you're spinning right now. They came through the... I can't keep up. My head hurts. First thing was they came up the drive. Then they ran down the drive. Then they went through the woods. Oh, they went through the dog trail. Well, which is it? Help the queen out. I'm lost. Did they come up the drive? Because as your friend just said who interviewed you, and he was being very nice the way he worded it, he did this interview perfectly without showing any type of biasness. But what he said one time was, I have to say, you can't see from the road up to your house. So therefore, can't nobody say what was going on up there. It could have been a telephone booth in the middle of the damn gravel road. Could have been barbed wire in the middle. Could have been a gate in the middle. Could have been armed guardsmen in the middle of the road. So how the hell somebody know what's up in that road? Because that's your first version. They ran up. They ran down. Now you're talking about a dog trail. Now they went through the woods. Well, what the hell are we talking about here? Little Red Riding Hood, the Big Wolf, what? Help me out. Stay woke. And how would they know to go to your place to pick a pretty 5-year-old, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl from your estate? Stay woke. Candy's upset. Well, my. You upset? I'm upset, heifer. Because I know deep down inside, I'm more upset than you are. You and your baby daddy. I don't know what you got going on because I don't know you. And I don't know Mr. Wells. And I don't know these other characters that have immersed themselves in this case. Both of you are full of you know what. Yeah, I said that. Good chance she is dead statistically. Well, why would you say that, Mr. Wells? Because you see, you're supposed to have hope about your child. It don't matter if you think she's dead. You ain't supposed to say it. Stay woke. See, your mammy ain't taught you no manners. Know when to keep your mouth closed. You ain't learned that yet. That's why we know you and Miss Bly are complicit into the disappearance of Summer Wells. Anyway. I'll see her in the resurrection. Huh? You said this before, as this attorney has said in his commentary. What the hell is you talking about, resurrection? Homeboy, if you and that gal that knocked off that baby, the resurrection is the last damn thing you need to be talking about. You got skates attached to your ankles, you and Miss Bly, straight to the hot room. Shut your mouth. You see, who the hell is going to talk about resurrection and their child missing? That's the last thing you're going to talk about. You got to talk in the present tense. I want my child back. I need my child. Since you're talking about this great love affair, and one could get ignorant and think something hanky-panky could have been going on. I don't want to go there because I don't have no information to allude to that fact, and I don't like treading in that arena of incest, but it sounds real creepy. Real creepy. And your monotone creeps me out. Now, perhaps that is who you are, Mr. Wells. Perhaps that's how you talk, Mr. Wells. So I don't know if you sedated like your wife, or that's just who you are. That's your disposition. But the monotone creeps the queen out. Will they change their habits in talking about the children going down to the Roy to catch the bus? Now, is Miss Bly gonna get up out her slumber every morning and walk her children down to the bus stop every morning? And will she also stand down there when the bus comes to drop off her children? Stay woke. That's what I want to know. Are you still getting crunk, mister? Because you're talking about the devil and you ain't wanting him to win and you don't want to go run and start drinking no more. But I want to know, hell, did you ever stop? Because I ain't up in that holler to see what you and Candy Cane been doing. Because you see, I already know because I know your kind. It's your kind that got her gone. And it's your kind is the reason why she is no longer available for consultation. Stay woke. You probably still drinking, sir, because old habits die hard. And I know one thing about Bible bumpers, Bible thumpers, excuse me. You see, the one who thumps the Bible the most is the one that's doing things he or she probably ain't got no damn business doing. Because every time you got to talk about Jesus, Job, what God said, it's because you ain't living right. And as somebody once told to me, they said, Queen, it is not that they're trying to prove to you that they're a Christian by talking about the Bible every 5 seconds, quoting Bible scriptures every 5 seconds. It is because they're trying to prove to themselves that they are a Christian. Come on with it. I said, well, wait a minute. Somebody done schooled the queen. I will listen if it makes sense. And that do makes sense. Perhaps Willy Wonka is trying to prove to himself he's a good Christian. But you know you probably are not if you are aiding Candy Cane in the lie of what happened on June 15th. You're aiding her, sir. So that means you are complicit in a crime. Come on, Queen. Once again, mentioning the child being abducted. That is your personal opinion, sir. And you're entitled to your opinion. But we know that during that interview, and I want everybody to log in and catch that interview on the YT, there is a drive that's being taken while you all are talking. So what I want everybody to understand, because I live here in East Tennessee and have been on a road like that in the holler down in Anderson County. And the road was similar to where I thought I was going to lose my breath. I thought I was going to lose my breath. And I told God, if you let me out of here, I won't come back. Never. A long, lonely road, paved with a drop-off on one side to the right, the road I took. And when I saw this in this said video that I just played for you, I had flashbacks. But I know I was sitting up higher in the holler. That's how it appeared to me. I felt like I was sitting higher in the holler than what I was seeing in this video. I could be mistaken. The point is, on the road Queen took, the drop off to the right of the car, which would be the passenger side, was hellacious. And that's how sick I felt when I watched this video and I saw this lonely road they were riding on, which is near that damn house. My stomach turned, because what I said to myself, it's the same thing I said about Chadwick Carr. You could easily just roll the body out of the car and keep it moving. And who the fuck is going to be back in here looking anyway? Nobody. Nobody. Why no more interviews, Candy Cane? You tired of talking to the news? You see, you orchestrated this mess that we are now talking about on social media. Because 9 times out of 10, you are behind the disappearance of Summer Wells. And so I find it funny. He keeps talking about you're distraught, you're this, you're upset, you're this. He's upset. You worried about social media. You weren't worried about social media when you posted that TikTok video of yourself being at the quarry with a 15-year-old and your child. Your husband still was walking, talking on a Facebook live book. So how the hell you distraught? Y'all upset about what the hell somebody's saying about you. That's why you should keep your mouth closed. There should have been somebody in law enforcement that told you, stay off the book, because it's a dirty game. And why be a participant in your child is missing? So how the hell you going to talk about what the hell somebody's saying on the live book 1 or 2? You down for the BS. You, your wife, Allie, Allison, Pookie, Ray Ray, all of you, you're the same. So don't cry me no river about what somebody talking about on the book. You down with that shit. Because you see, I believe wholeheartedly, y'all the orchestrator of that child getting gone. So anything you saying about Facebook, YT means nothing to me. When you talk, Mr. Wells, you're stoic in your conversation. So one could say that's who you are. That's how you talk all the time. I don't know you, so I can't say, but it bothers me. Is this your MO or no? You didn't go on to say law enforcement can't come up with nothing. Well, guess what? If y'all killed the baby and you ducked her off properly, hell no, they wasn't going to come up with nothing except for what you left behind at your house and in your car and your timeline of video surveillance in the city of all the places she allegedly went to on the 15th. Stay woke. The person who's doing the interview and says he ain't never seen nothing like this in 30 years. Well, honey, I guess you ain't. Because like I just said, if this was an orchestrated plan to get rid of Summer Wells, you wasn't going to know nothing. Because it wasn't nothing for you to know. Because wasn't nobody going to come ring your bell to tell you, hey, by the way, I'm tired of my child. I'm going to knock her off. Hold tight. Come on now, homeboy. You know better. This is sickening to me. Mr. Solomon, who gives his commentary on this YouTube video, he talks about Miss Candy Kane and her mama taking the lie detector test. And what is baffling about this commentary is that Mr. Wells, once again, the mouthpiece for this scenario of Summer Wells, mentions they took the test. They passed the test. It took her 5 days. Why would it take her 5 days to take a test? I'll wait. And as this attorney says, we don't know what the hell y'all did with no lie detector test because law enforcement hasn't given us the 411 on who took a test, who they asked for a test, who denied the test, who passed the test, who faked the test, or flunked the test. So we don't have any confirmation. This is all you, Don, talking about Summer Wells' disappearance. We have no confirmation from law enforcement of any evidentiary material, lie detector test, nothing. Yet you say you passed, but you talked around the subject trying to ease into it by saying, yeah, I passed. But like the guy says, Mr. Solomon, why you said they took it, but you never said you took it? And it took you forever to admit that you took it. So in the end, did you take it? And why did it take your wife? I'm going to say it again. So long, 5 days. You said that in your interview. It took her 5 days. She just couldn't do it. She just couldn't do it. She couldn't do it because she knew she couldn't pass. And yes, it is admissible in court, but nonetheless, it is a tool that law enforcement use to get to the gist of the story. People will speculate. Yes, they will. Come to their own conclusions. Social media, nosy Parkers, whatever you want to call us. We are human. We are flawed. Something goes bump in the night. It becomes national news. We will inquire about the said information. But as this man has said, Mr. Solomon, no details from law enforcement has come to fruition about the disappearance of Summer Wells. Only the mouthpiece is Mr. Wells and the family. Why is that? And even Mr. Solomon says he has a hard time believing the facts that have only come from the family. Do they know what happened? Why would you be looking for Summer in the house if you just walked her in, Candy Cane? Because you're lying and you're making up stuff and you think we're stupid. And as this man says, Mr. Solomon, who the hell is planting flowers? You know, he didn't say that, but I said that. Why are you planting flowers and you just got medicine, opiates, or whatever for your kneecaps, knee injury, knee pain? Stay woke. Whether they in the potted plant, new plant, old plant, big plant, in the ground. I ain't coming home to plant no flowers and I just went to the doctor about my knee. Stay woke. I keep trying to tell you, everything is in the details. 3 kids left in the house. So some stranger came on top of the plantation and stole Summer from the basement. Interesting. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? That a phantom, a reaper, child snatcher, predator came across that plantation of 11 acres and stole a child out of a basement that you cannot see the house from the road, nor the back of the house of an adjoining house. You would only have to crawl through woods to get to the house. So that means you'd have to be awfully thirsty to get up in there that way, dog trail, to abduct Summer Wells. And that means if I am to believe that she was abducted by an outsider, neighbor, whomever, that still means he or she or they had knowledge that Summer Wells resided at that said house and that she was in the basement, and how in the hell would a stranger know, one, who lived there? She was in the basement at the time of the abduction. Come on with this BS. Stop this foolishness. They never found a trace of her, the aunt, either. Either means like what I'm saying about my child. Either. They didn't find a trace of her aunt either. They ain't found a trace of Summer. They didn't find a trace of her aunt either, who is also missing out of the state of Wisconsin since 2009. Well, guess what, Donnie boy? They ain't gonna find a trace of your child if you ducked her off properly. You telling on yourself, and you ain't figured out. You should shut up. You still just keep talking. You act like you don't want her found. How about that? Do you want your child found, Donnie? Because you sound suspect when you say those things. They ain't found her either, in comparisons to Candy Kane's sister, Marie, who's missing out of Wisconsin. I watched a video of the child climbing on the rocks in a bathing suit the other day. And what I said to myself, this is dangerous. Look at this baby girl climbing on these damn rocks, could fall and break her damn neck, break her ankle. And this is mentioned in Mr. Solomon's commentary. 15-20 seconds is alleging that she went underwater. Somebody said it. I guess it was Boy H. I don't know, because, I don't get down with all that old social media talk. So let's say she fell. She fell under that water. Well, she's supposed to be in the shallow water. So how was she drowned in the shallow water? But statistics show you can drown in, 3 feet of water? Come on, Queen. Did she fall in the water that day? Did she slide in the water that day? Thank you for the super sticker, amen. Thank you, amen. Did she fall in the water that day? Was she under the water for 15 seconds? Did you take a dead baby out of the water and put her in the car and put her in a long-ass jacket? It was summertime. How the hell did y'all draw from the water when you came from the quarry? I told you, stay woke, Queen. Don't miss nothing. Who the hell got towels in their car if they didn't have no intention to go to the quarry? I'll wait. I just threw that part in there. 3:35:30 is the window inside of this said commentary by Mr. Solomon. As he said, why are you waiting so long to call 911 about your child missing? Why, Candy Cane? I don't even know where the 3:30 came from, because as I tell you all, I don't keep up with social media posts. And in the end, it's just like what he's been saying and what I've said. Everything is coming from Candy, Bly, and Mr. Wells. So therefore, you don't even know what the hell you've been listening to. Everything you all have been repeating on the YT and social media is coming from two buffoons who claim they love their child. But nothing that's came from law officials as far as evidentiary material, lie detector tests, who took them, didn't take them, dog, no dog, cadaver dog, what they picked up, didn't pick up the trail, down the trail, through the woods, dog trail, you ain't heard nothing. So once again, Mr. Wells, what you're saying means nothing. It's just hearsay. Bring me the head, a receipt of what is truth about June 15th. Hospital visit. That was questioned in Mr. Solomon's commentary. He felt a suspect, this myth of planting flowers. Like he said, did you plant the flowers in the ground or in those pots that we've seen in your social media posts? And yes, I've heard about that too. Maybe they're not really married. Well, those are country folk. They will lie and say they're married because they believe in common law marriage. And I don't know the common law book of logistics here in the state. Ain't interested because I ain't about to live with no man for 7 years. No damn way. You can't put a ring on it. Queen gone. Bye, Felicia. The dog's barking. So what are we trying to say? We got illiterate dogs up there in that holler on that hill. Them dogs are slow. They can't bark. Say, well, that's the said commentary from the information of Mr. Mark Solomon attorney in Colorado, the interview of Mr. Don Wells. You can wait this however you want to, but I'm going to say this for the upteenth time. Everything that you have been hearing pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells, 5 years old, missing from Rogersville, Tennessee, has been nothing but innuendos and speculations, and he said, she said from her bio donors. You have no proof that she went missing on the 15th. You have no proof of where they went that day. You have no proof of nothing. A TikTok video and a Facebook post of 6:06 p.m. is all you have of June 15th, allegedly. And a call to the dispatch at 6:30 by Mr. Wells. And one thing I find interesting, and this is where he messed up. Oh, wait a minute. I had something in my notes I forgot to mention. Come on, Queen. I got you, Don. I got you real good. Are y'all listening? I want you to lean in on what I'm getting ready to say. Don, are you listening? Because I know you watch YouTube. You see, you won't quit talking and you've fucked yourself. Because I caught this in this video, audio of this interview. And these are your words and you can't take them back, homeboy. You said to this man, are y'all ready? We work for 30 feet, 40 feet at the most. I thought you was gone at your job. Come on, Queen. I'm done. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you for joining me. One moment, please. You are utter fool, homeboy. You are an utter fool. You just told on yourself. Out your own words, you said, we weren't but 30 feet. No more than 40 feet. How could she have been taken? How the hell you gonna say we when you allegedly were not there and you were working? And people have been speculating, how did you get to the scene before the cops got there? Because see, in the end, you never told where you were. You said you were out of town, and out of town could mean anything. 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away. So if you were close by in another jurisdiction, another locale, possibly you could have gotten there before the police. And then as I tell people, you all live in the holler. So the holler may not be close to town, close to the police station. These are the things you have to weigh in when you're listening to a story. But in this commentary, sir, you just sealed your fate when you said to this man, we weren't but 30 feet away, no more than 40 feet. So how did they take her? Thank you for the super chat, amen. This is Everyday Shenanigans. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie. $129 Cash App. Thank you so much. Lost my train of thought. Lord have mercy. You see, as I told you all yesterday in my live, that in the case of Cupcake, it was advised to the mother, April Thomas, that she not talk. And possibly, as I said, the chief told her not to speak because he started to see the rhetoric and the rumors and the Facebook jargon and BS started with her baby daddy running his mouth. And he felt like possibly, hey, don't get caught up in that. And she stayed off of Facebook. But after the funeral, she started being just like the baby daddy, running her mouth, fussing and cussing, being an utter fool, which showed her character all along. She was another bio donor that didn't have no business raising no babies. And in this case, it is the same. You're crying and moaning about Facebook, social media. Your wife is distraught, upset, mad, angry. Who the hell are you angry with? How the hell you gonna even go on an interview and say she angry with somebody? Well, let me think about that for just a damn second. Hell, if I'm to believe the allegations from her stinking ass friend Allie, ooh, and Allie, somebody sent me a nice little picture of you tonight. Ooh, you don't want me to show them? I told y'all don't know who I am. I told y'all don't know who the queen is. I'm a big girl, Allie, but guess what? You's an outright Teletubby. You've immersed yourself in this case running that mouth. You should have stayed out the way. You should have stayed out the way. But you want your 5 minutes of fame. But see what I'm figuring out, and I didn't really want to go there tonight because there's a conspiracy going on with these people. They're lying and they're making up stuff. And it's all at the expense of a 5-year-old who I don't believe is coming back. Because you see, once a person starts lying, how in the world would I ever believe anything you have to say? How in the world would I ever believe you're telling the truth about the disappearance of your child when you've spun more than 3 lies already to the media? You see, the truth stays the same. There's no need to concoct other stories. But damn, Allie, you too. You with the Shia Poo too. You's a big gal. I saw your picture tonight. Somebody sent me a nice little picture of you. You is swelter. You real swelter. See you later, Painted Pony. I don't know anything about it. I told you I don't stay on social media to keep up what they're doing on there, baby. I ain't got that kind of time. Because ain't nothing on the live book that's really the truth. See, that's the thing. I don't know anything about what go on with these folks. But what I can tell you is that all these folks are nasty and they're grimy. And you all have been spinning lies to the media about Summer. You don't even use her name when you speak of her. As I brought you all commentary in my earlier live today, you speak of her as she or her. And that is not normal for somebody who's concerned about the welfare of their child. Hit the link if you want to join this. I'm 1 hour in. Hit the link if you got something you want to say. The point is, this is a conspiracy of lies, and people playing off the goodness, the hearts of good people, wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard, wanting to spin a web so you will feel sorry for them and make you think they're not complicit into the disappearance of a 5-year-old. But I know better because I ride with the stats. That's why they're called statistics for a reason. And you see Mr. Wells mention that in this video, in this interview, that statistically, I know she's probably dead. But we know you should have never said that. Whether you thought it, doesn't matter. You should have never spoken. I can say it because I'm an outsider. But you, as the parent, should have never said that. Now, had it been 4 or 5 years in, 1 year in, you ain't heard nothing about Summer Wells, maybe you could say that. Statistically, I think my child is deceased. It's only been 4 weeks. Hit the link. Hello.
Hello.
Did I give it up or did I give it up?
You gave it up. And I just had to come and tell you congratulations.
Thank you, baby.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna do it kind of like this. And I'm gonna say this to the chat, and you can go spread it around to the YT because I know you will. The day that Summer Wells is discovered, either alive or deceased, I'm gonna bring you the 411 on everything pertaining to all them dusty dogs in that holler. And my source will bring everything up on my panel.
I'm telling you, you brought it. And congratulations. Congratulations, Queen, for all your hard work.
Oh, I said I was going to behave in this live, but I lied.
All righty then.
Allie, since you want 5 minutes of fame, the Queen going to give it to you tonight.
Give it.
What was in your britches when the police came to your house about somebody trying to take your son 2 weeks ago, and you didn't want them, and you sent the text message to the law enforcement because you riding with them pigs up there? Yeah, you almost said on this live. What was in your britches? Because that picture that was sent to me looked like you had something in the front of your crotch. What was that? Oh, wait.
Was it metal?
I'm trying to figure out if you want to be a boy or a girl. You want to run to the YT and get your 5 minutes of fame? Well, I'm going to give it to you tonight.
Was you happy to see your law enforcement friend?
What was in your britches? Allison Mulani. I got your full name. You want fame? I'm going to give it to you, heifer. What was in your britches while you stood on that porch and law enforcement was standing outside your house because you called them about your son? I got the pictures. I want to know. I'm going to ask you one more time. What was in your britches? What was in your pants? Was it a sock? Was it dope? What was it? Because the person made sure to circle the fucking picture to say, what the hell is that in her pants? I'll wait.
Boom, boom, boom.
Now go run tell that.
Where's the rest of my family? Where they at?
Mm-hmm. I told y'all don't mess with me. So for this nosy ass YouTuber that wanna, I said I was never gonna ever do this again, but I'm gonna throw shade tonight because I'm feeling some type of way. You worried about what the hell going on everyday shenanigans. What you mad is you ain't got the tea. And I'm tooting my own horn because I can.
Toot, 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 toot.
Oh, hey, let me tell you something. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
She got lots of game, y'all.
These folks are ratchet, and this is what is to be expected of people who don't care nothing about their children. You see, a lot of you think this is a game. It's not a game. This child is missing. And these dirty boogers got her gone, and they've been playing off your sympathy and the good country folks that's up there in that holler trying to help them, and they are fooling with them folks' minds. But you see, I'm from the city. I'm not a fool. I don't believe everything I hear. That's why I don't run to Facebook, you see. You see, you keep coming in the chat with telling me what Pookie said, Ray said, what somebody said on somebody's channel, what somebody said on that. That shit don't mean nothing to me because it's here fucking saying. It means nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
It means nothing. Could it be true? Could be part of it. But you got to have a receipt.
Yes, ma'am.
You got to have a receipt.
Yes, ma'am.
But I got what I need to see with you, baby daddy, all of that, homegirl. You got joint custody of that kid, but you don't want to send him back to his pawpaw. Why? If y'all want to be famous, I'm going to make you famous tonight.
Ooh-wee.
They sick, man. What you got to say, baby?
They sound sick. They sound more than sick.
If you could see the picture of her, man, there are no words.
I can only imagine.
There are no words. I'm talking about a Teletubby on skates. And got the nerve to be up on YT talking about all the shenanigans that don't have nothing to do with Summer, defaming yourself. You forgot you the mother of children, and you're putting all that out there. See, this is why you know these people are fools. You're sitting up here telling all your personal business about you, Candy Cane, Mr. Wells, CPS, alleged allegations of abuse, this and that, but you forgot one thing. You're somebody's mother. You're the mother of Boy H. So what I have to wonder is, what the hell's been going on there?
And more kids. You got more kids.
See, goofy ass chick, I know a whole lot more than what I could say up on this live. I just made a promise I wouldn't tell it, but I'm going to tell it soon as that baby surface. It's on like Donkey Kong. It's on like Donkey Kong. And whoever else want to say, I don't believe anything that goes on in everyday shenanigans, you just mad because you can't come up here and run that mouth up on that panel. That's all. That's it.
Boom. Boom. Did it boom boom.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something. Night Owl, come up and let you come up for a minute. I gotta handle something right quick. Hit the link, Night Owl.
Everybody having a great time down in the chat? Y'all dropping the mic down there?
Because I'm about to act a motherfucking fool right up here.
Y'all giving applause to Miss...
Hit the link, Night Owl.
Y'all giving applause to Queen? She deserves it. Y'all be throwing up them hands to her.
Hit the link, Night Owl.
Y'all giving up them hands to...
Oh, my Lord.
Y'all be giving up them hands to Queen. She deserves them. If you've not...
Night Owl, hit the link so I can go do something right quick. Man. Y'all talk for a minute. I got to take care of some business.
All right.
Okay. I'm here. Hey, Nancy.
Hi, Night Owl. How you doing? So, how you doing, honey?
Girl, I'm here listening to all of this in the way it was broken down tonight.
I mean,
blew my mind.
That's right. Pow, right out the window. Pow. Hey,
she dropped the mic tonight.
I'm telling you, this little bit off the subject. Have you ever seen an old movie? It's got Wanda Sykes in it. It's an old movie. This is way off the subject. It's
okay.
It's you know who Wanda Sykes is, right?
Yeah, the comedian.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's an old movie, and it's got oh crap! Now my mind went blank. But it's oh man, it's got a guy in there, and he speaks his own language. He's oh Lord, I just went blank. He whips off his belt. He says,
Pootie Tang.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's
my
it.
husband did it. I know exactly what you're talking about. When you say his own language, and I had to think her an old movie. Yep, my husband did it.
Paya. I laugh every time I see that movie. I crack up at that
movie. You're gonna make me want to put that on. Hey, Starry Night. I told y'all day one. Nobody goes to a holler to do anything janky. Nobody.
Nope.
Because the holler, people in the holler have their own law, their own rules.
You got
shoot
it.
on sight, and they ain't gonna ask
Ask
no
questions.
questions later.
Nope.
Okay.
They don't do that because it's the good old boy system.
Look, I had to go get Jiggy right quick, handle some business. I'm Gucci.
You Gucci now?
Oh yeah, they don't
You
want me.
straight.
Child of God and highly favored.
Oh, she went and checked some things out. That's what she did.
Amen. Ain't nobody got that baby missing but the people that raised the baby.
That's right.
Ain't no baby walked in no wood. Ain't no big bad wolf stalked them. First of all, if y'all see the house, why would anybody go in there for anything? They would be scared to catch some kind of mold in their skin or toxic fumes, chemicals or something. Come on, y'all.
They'd be afraid to go up that road. Period.
And 20 dogs, whether they had 20 dogs, 2 dogs, 1 dog, 4 legs, 2 legs, 1 arm, whatever.
You're not gonna go
Ain't
up
no
that road.
dog, stray or kept, is all gonna be mute at the same time.
No. Even puppies, no way. No way.
The only way a dog doesn't bark is if the dog knows you, especially if it's on somebody's property. That's common sense. Second of all, the abduction, the stranger come to the mansion, the MTV crib, and they said, well, you know what? We ain't gonna walk through the house where we can get valuables or a person. They came for a person, right? We're gonna take the chance on getting caught going to the basement, not knowing what's in the basement. Why would I go to the basement when the homeowner could be home and come in the basement and shoot me? But I got time to get to the basement, pick up a baby, leave out. They planting flowers, gardenias, roses, tulips. Ain't nobody heard nothing.
But guess what? Big girl, Alice said it's locked from the inside to the outside. So how did the Reaper get in from the outside? They won't.
That's right. Period. None. Didn't.
Period. Yeah.
Didn't.
That's what I try to tell y'all. That don't make a lick of. They planted flowers, but my knees hurt. Well, when you plant flowers, you got to bend and be on the ground. Come on now.
That was a ruse to get some pills.
We planting flowers, but we don't clean up. Well, what we planting flowers for? You ain't cared about the outside before. How you care about it today?
Yeah, amen. So I done told you about the queen. I don't miss nothing.
That was a ruse to get some pills. Ooh.
Yep, to snort them opioids.
Hello, Tasha. How you doing? Thank you all for joining me.
Hey, Queen. How y'all doing? Hey.
If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Please donate to the dream. Amen. Thank you so much.
That's a
What you
silent
got to
one.
say, baby?
I wanted to say about, I said, these dogs remind me. First of all, the whole story is a hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
And these dogs, I said, well, these like Monica's dogs. They don't hear nothing either.
You know what?
Where's y'all getting all these deaf dogs at?
Wait a minute. If you don't stop.
Yep. Deaf dogs, deaf and dumb.
I'll just, Queen, listen, I got a teacup poodle. You can walk across, if she don't know you, walk across that hall. She be just challenging, just barking her behind off.
Yes.
And don't knock on this door.
Yes.
She like it's for her.
Yes.
So where y'all getting all these deaf dogs that don't hear nothing?
Yes.
I need to know.
Y'all want
I
no
need
dogs
to
drown?
know. Yeah. What y'all doing? Giving the dog melatonin?
It wasn't no strangers for the dogs to bark.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly. Exactly.
I've always said, who goes to the ER and then come home and plant flowers? I said that in the beginning.
Unless it's a ruse.
Nobody.
To get some pills.
Nancy, don't nobody go no ER and then come home to plant no damn flowers, no cook no chicken.
Nuh-uh.
Come on
They
now.
don't.
You go
Unless they
I'm
go
gonna
and
go down
lie.
and call or order me a pizza.
They go
Look.
and lie
'Cause I'm
to
just
get
fat
some
like that.
pills.
But wait a
Don't,
minute.
don't y'all
That's
know
what
that?
it is.
But
When
wait,
you're an
Yeah,
addict,
they go to get the pills.
that's
but wait a
right.
minute, y'all. But wait a
When
minute,
you're
y'all.
an addict, you
when
go to get the pills and you lie.
Yeah. Wait
My
a
mama
minute,
did
y'all.
it.
When the queen said what Don said, Y'all know I was in here fixing my weed. Yes, I did. I stuck that needle right through my damn finger.
I hit the flow.
I said,
When Don
I
said,
done hit the
done.
flow.
Don said what?
When he said that 30 or 40 yards away.
Let me read Starry Knight's comment. I
Oh,
came in
Jesus.
late. So
Okay.
I'm reading an article today saying some have been missing since the 13th and didn't get reported to the 15th. What the? Yeah, that's what I told y'all.
Yeah.
You don't
Mhm,
know
yeah. Yep.
these people. You gotta stop reading and believing that shit you see on Facebook and TikTok. Stop
Amen.
it.
Yep.
Hallelujah.
Stop running back repeating. This what they said. This what she did. This what they was doing at the quarry. You don't know nothing about what the hell they was doing on the 15th because you don't know it happened on the 15th.
You don't know when that baby went missing. We don't know
That's
for
right.
sure.
That's right.
And
You
Don
know
don't seem like
when-
he care at all.
You know when the report was made, but you don't know when the baby was missing.
Yeah, and even when you read
Exactly.
dispatch, the dispatch didn't say, "Good morning, team. This is July 15th, 2021, 6:30 p.m." Go ahead, Don.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And you was walking with the lions,
you,
tigers,
Dakota.
and
Thank you.
bears.
Oh my.
I said, Lord have mercy. What y'all did to this baby.
So did somebody come up on the property and take Summer from down in the basement?
No.
No.
I think not.
How would they
think
even know a child in the basement?
Did somebody come
Right.
from the dog trail through the woods and take somewhere else?
No.
Nope.
Did somebody come up the house on that lonely road up to the mansion and take somewhere else?
No.
No.
Who took somewhere else?
The people gave birth.
Her parents
The
did
people
that.
That
nobody
Mary
took
special.
They're responsible for her.
Mom
They
and
sure
Dad
enough
took her
did that.
somewhere.
Sure
Mom and
enough.
The
Dad
people
Right.
running out of breath giving interview. The people running out of breath giving interviews.
The
Exactly.
tight closed circle did that to that baby.
Priscilla.
Yep.
Run into the
Well,
church.
yes.
The people
Yeah,
running out of
I
breath
sure
giving
believe that.
interviews and fake crying and Bible thumping and lying and drunk all at the
Right.
same time. People gonna get tired of people gonna get done
Exactly.
playing with God.
Well, let's
God ain't
address-
got nothing to do with this.
Listen, let's
Say that,
address,
Night Owl.
let's address the hypothesis because some of you have said this in the chat yesterday and through the past 2 weeks that I've said the story that Summer Wells is on the property allegedly. So ask yourself, why have they not dug up the ground if you all believe that?
It's too much. It's
What?
too much. They don't know which way to go. It's so much.
No. You can't say that.
Okay.
You keep searching over the property near that property for some reason. Why has no one dug up the property? Answer.
Maybe they need more evidence to get a warrant to dig it up.
So that means, so listen to what you just said. Now, come on, Gary, bring it home. Listen to what you just said. You need more evidence. So then that means you had something with Cal City. Come on.
Ooh, it's like deja vu.
Shut your mouth. Now think about what you just
Lord,
said.
it's like
They need more evidence. So then that means in Cal City, you saw something in that house for you to dig up the ground.
yes. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So why haven't they taken
Cynthia
over that
says
house?
until Don got her gone. Now many people have probably felt like Don is just the mouthpiece for whatever took place with the bio mother and the bio donor and Summer. But I am starting to believe that perhaps Don was there because he just told on himself when he said we weren't but 30 feet away, no more than 40 feet. But allegedly you were not there.
Right.
So
And
you
even
say-
with him saying that,
you would never
then
say
he-
we. You would say my wife was there. She was no more
Right.
than 30 feet away. You would never say we.
See, and when you
Because
tell the
he-
truth, you never slip up. You it's
Right.
always the same.
And a drunk don't lie, so
there you
Well,
go.
there is no flower bed. Those were
a drunk don't lie.
those were plastic bins. The flowers were put in. Those were not in the ground.
Those were like metal watering bins. Those were like those metal.
But there was one big plastic one, like a tub.
Oh, yeah.
The flowers were in. It was not in the ground. That
And
I saw.
The authorities haven't even taken over the house.
Tracy
I
said,
wouldn't want to take it over either.
having a missing little girl,
Neither.
enough to search the property and dig it up. Yes. So let's ask law enforcement. Hawkins County Sheriff Department, TBI, why have you not dug up the property?
Mm-hmm.
And why has
Are they
CPS
friends?
picked those kids out of there too?
Are they friends?
Right.
These
G-Man.
people got their own set of
Yeah.
laws.
Look at Gene
They
Ann.
don't have
Gene Ann-
all.
Gene Ann said plastic flowers too. I'm dead.
Yeah, they
Well,
laws. The
obviously-
holler live by a whole different set, a way, a code of life. They don't
Well,
do what
They
everybody else
dug
do.
up the ground in Cow City because they felt like they had something and a reason. They ain't got to tell us why they dug up the ground in Cow City. That's the point I'm trying to make. Why did
Right.
they dig up the ground in Cow City? Why are you not digging up the ground here and you're searching near her house?
Well, obviously, the sheriff's
Thank you.
department is friends with Allie. So,
Don said that to Dakota. Law enforcement has not given any information in this case pertaining to evidentiary evidence of dogs, dog scent, cadaver dogs, search dogs, nothing. Everything you have heard pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells is from the mouth of Miss Bly and Mr. Wells, Allison Mulani.
that's what I'm saying.
The Rat Pack.
That's a good name
Right.
for them.
Yeah, it sure is.
The Rat Pack.
Sure
That's a
is.
great name. But that does a disservice
all
to the
of
original
them-
Rat Pack.
Baby girl likely perished before they got home. The picture from the backseat creeps me the F out.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And that was not the mama. And that was not the mama who took that picture, or allegedly the video. The mama has a raspy voice. Very raspy.
What are you saying, Jeanne? I don't understand your comments, sweetheart.
Why? I'm trying to think. Why?
Thank you all for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. This is about the conspiracy of Summer Wells. I do believe these people have conspired to get rid of this child. I do not believe that she is alive. If she is alive, only a fool will still be holding her court inside of their home.
Mm-hmm.
More risky to keep her alive at this point because a BOLO has been issued for her. There has also been an Amber Alert issued for her. She's on every TBI wanted poster in the state of Tennessee and possibly other jurisdictions. So what would you gain to a missing child? Stay woke.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it true that the grandfather has a will and left the stuff to
Allegedly,
the
yes.
baby?
Left her
Yep.
his
Yep.
And I do believe it is
Wow.
alleged
I'm
that
I'm just thinking.
the missing aunt also was in line to get the information. Get the said property, but she is no longer alive. So maybe perhaps he changed it to Summer. And then you have to also ask yourself, why would you leave the property to a 5-year-old knowing if something happened to her, the mother would inherit it? Stay woke.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
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 And why wasn't the other kids involved with it? Why just her?
White girls.
Because Summer
Yeah,
is
that's-
his child.
Why women? Why girls? Why females?
Hold on. Didi, what you say?
Didi? You'll see your help.
Because I believe Summer his child.
I can't hear you.
Well,
Seriously, I believe Summer his child.
So you
Can
saying
y'all
this
hear
girl
me?
slept with her granddaddy?
possibly.
I'm dead.
That's what goes
There's
on
some
in the holler.
incest around in that.
Yes.
It's
They're just gonna put
possible.
that out there.
So much-
Yeah.
It's so much incest in this family.
I don't know, man.
Cousins, uncle, brother, sister.
And you know
Mhm.
what? And there may have been a timeline, in that will. Man, guess what? If I run you over,
Well, yeah, that's true because you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's possible. That's
It
possible.
I'm
It
just
happened the
questioning
other way.
this. I'm
It was a deliberate removal of Summer Wells, or there was an accident and a cover-up. It ain't but one of the two. I don't believe anything else but those two ideas.
Right. I agree with you, Queen.
Yeah, but Don, Don is not showing all the emotion of she his princess and all this stuff. No, you're not showing no emotion that this your
Well, neither party is showing emotion, and that's baffling to any outsider looking in. And as the attorney said, Mr. Mark Solomon, everybody grieves differently. Everybody is not the type to fall out, fall down, cry, moan, because we know that most men don't cry anyway and show emotion. But what we have to ask ourselves, okay, you have another party, which is the bio donor, female. Why aren't you falling out, falling down, acting crazy about your child missing?
Begging for somebody to bring them back.
On their dope.
She didn't care nothing about that baby.
On their dope.
I'm going to read what Tracy said. Candace probably took so long to take the lie detector test because Don had to school her on the lies for her to remember, and that's why he doesn't let her talk. Amen.
Could be. Also could be. She was.
He said it took her 5 days. It don't take you no damn 5 days to get it together. You will run out of breath. Yes, I'll take a lie detector test because you have nothing to hide. It doesn't matter that you're right. You want to get it over with. Stay woke.
She would have to get clean because if you're not clean,
5 days.
Because if you're not clean, they won't let you take one.
Well, the thing about it is, if you're under the influence of narcotics, your blood pressure is going to be up because drugs make your blood pressure go up. Your heart races. So that is one sign that you could be deceiving in commentary on a lie detector test because of your heart rate.
And they do not like you to take one if you are on anything, period.
And they tell you that. Don't take any drugs or anything. And they even ask you, are you taking antidepressants or whatever? You know, they want to know.
And people who have committed crimes did pass the polygraph. That's why it's in admissible in court. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's
why.
That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joyce said, those will nothing to hide nothing. They freak me out.
I'm still pondering the question she asked us.
I will be out of the state of Tennessee the weekend, but I will be bringing you information when I can go live in the state of Louisiana pertaining to the disappearance of Summer, because I will have information pertaining to what the hell's going on up there this weekend, and I will bring you the commentary when I get a free moment to film live.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Such a pretty girl. Such a pretty girl.
You be careful up there, though.
What, in New Orleans?
Yes, ma'am.
Honey, Queen about to give it up. What you talking about?
Yeah.
You're going to have some fun with some jazz.
Okay.
Yes.
Honey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you about the Queen.
Love it.
Queen got game. Queen got.
You gonna love it.
Queen got suitors already waiting for her to touch down. Shut your mouth.
Yes,
all right now.
Know.
All right. All right now.
Honey, look. Let me tell you something, honey. I might be in the bayou.
She done put them octopus arms on out.
Next time you look up, you'll be like, Queen, what you doing in the French Quarter? Oh, that's my new ad race.
She done put them feelers out, y'all. She done put them feelers out.
I ain't mad. Go on and do it, Queen.
Well, let's talk about this, because this is important as well. When commentary came out from Miss Allie, Miss Teletubby, that CPS was called, and that is the reason why the children were left behind to clean up the house. That was an illogical statement, because what fool would leave their children home knowing CPS is coming to investigate for whatever allegations? How would that look? They knocked on the door and your child opened the door and said, my mommy is not here. And then the investigator and or worker and or law official says, who's all here with you? Just me and my two brothers. Stay woke.
It would look really bad.
Yeah, that looks real bad.
But
that don't even sound right. That look bad.
Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you. But remember, these are the words from Miss Allie Mulani.
Yeah, that don't look good at all.
Who said
no, they don't.
CPS was called. They were coming that day, which I don't believe nobody told you. But then I forgot you got the main line to the Kingsport Police Department, what's been told to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, hell, maybe you do know the DHS worker you fucking called and told him about Miss Bly.
That's what I was saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Candace
my
said they were watching
friends.
TV, but Candace did not tell you CPS was coming. Stay woke.
Wow.
Ooh, it's a hot mess.
That's her friend. That's her friend talking. Her so-called fat
Yeah.
friend.
Well, who, shoot.
Let me tell
Had
you
a
off
friend like
something.
that who need enemies.
Let me tell you off something.
Okay.
I don't care how people rock. You gay, bisexual, transgender, whatever. That's your business. But I'm gonna tell you something that was I saw in the videos pertaining to this interview done by Mr. Wells. When you go to the YT, you will see the video and you will see pictures of their family, friends, socials, whomever. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but y'all some heavyweights. And I'm a big girl, but y'all some
Wait a minute,
sluts.
I'm big girl, boo.
Wait a minute. Y'all some sluts.
Wait a minute.
Y'all see the grandmama looking like a man.
I
Miss
said they
Black
all look
looking
like
like
me.
Wait a minute.
dark hair. Wait, finish. The dark hair was looking like a man, and then I had to jog my memory tonight saying, ain't you? Ain't you? Is that Allison in the corner? Because it kind of looks like the picture that somebody sent to me tonight on my telephone. Why is everybody by the waterfalls? Come on, Queen. Looking like a man.
All these men looking like Schmidt.
Why did you really shave your hair? Stay woke.
Doggone.
Because there's pictures of you with pretty long hair. You got real high cheekbones, which one can mistake those cheekbones for you being beat up in your damn face. So I'm going to say this to you, because I ain't no hater. You had some pretty hair for a white girl. What happened to it? Why you take all that pretty hair off? I'll wait.
Ooh, Allison?
Right, yeah.
No. Miss
Candace.
Yeah.
And then that bad haircut.
Because I'm starting to wonder what was really going on with all of you all. Because then I got information tonight that Mr. Wells done beat 2 people to sleep in his house because of candy cane. Shut up, Queen.
Hush your mouth. I ain't know that.
You done beat 2 men down in your bedroom. Bye, Felicia.
Boom.
Oh, my telephone loves eye.
Boom.
Now go
Boom.
with me.
Boom. Boom.
Candy cane once got some good candy.
It's like candy.
Candy cane, look, Candy cane got that good. As they say in the street. I said that.
I can't.
I'm doing it.
I can't.
You want to you started this. You got rid of the top row. I'm getting ready to give it to you. Candy.
Oh, I can't.
What's really going on?
Are we talking about Sour Patch? Oh, I can't.
What's really going on?
Are we talking about Sour Patch?
Change your head.
Ooh, Tasha, Sour Patch. We talking about Sour Patch, ain't we?
You shake your head. Look like a man. Wow.
Sour Patch worms. We talking about Sour Patch worms.
It was a liar and a thief.
Sour Patch worms. Sour Patch worms.
You gotta
Eat
give it
my
back.
dust.
7 times.
Sour Patch worms.
Come on with it.
Sour Patch worms.
You walking around here with a head full of hair and shaving it down, looking like a damn man. When I looked at them damn photos of you on the YT, you look like a boy. Your mammy look like a boy. Big gal sitting in the foot, she looking like a boy. I said, what the hell is this? Who in the hell is all these big ass white women looking like men? Yeah, I got improper English. Improper English when you're talking about them damn hillbillies.
Ooh, I know. Ooh,
And then
something.
they was, I guess they was trying to train Post Summer with that bad haircut that they gave her.
Because this is where I'm getting ready to take you. This is some funky shit going on in that holler. And I believe you were trying to conform that little girl because you really didn't want a girl. That's why you went on and shaved her head. Because, see, I ain't got to believe nothing you said about her using the clippers to shave her head. And we went on and shaved it all off. And You didn't change the story about that. You wanted a boy. You wanted a fucking boy. That's why you walking around looking like a fucking boy with your titties hanging down to your fucking kneecaps. Man, mix me with all this.
Oh, hold up.
Fucking bra from Lane Bryant. I'll cut you a check tonight. I'll go buy you a bra from Turkey Creek. You know what Turkey Creek is. Stay woke.
Y'all got Walmart?
Yeah. I'll go buy you a big girl bra. I'll go buy you a big girl bra and I'll ship it to you. Matter of fact, I know how to get there. I'll just put it in the mailbox.
Okay.
Queen, can I get
Lane
one
Bryant
too?
got a coupon.
Hey, they shenanigans is already. Why isn't she covering the story? Well, why don't you fly your dusty ass out here and cover the damn story since you're so damn concerned about Summer Williams?
Queen, can I get a Brazil too?
No.
Mine ain't big as there. I'll take one too. I'm a big girl, but I ain't big up there.
Candy Cane ain't about to get pregnant because I believe she like gals.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? I do too. I really do.
Yes.
Yeah. I do.
Candy Cane.
And then she might go both ways, but I think she like girls.
And that's okay.
Yeah. And Allison is her cuddy buddy.
I got a problem with that.
Each his own.
I got a problem with her.
You know,
you all have been spinning these lies from day one. You got these people all over America worked up about this kid when you all are behind the disappearance of that baby doll.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why Don said he
it's
felt
sickening
sorry for him.
watching the videos of her, pictures of that girl, knowing she ain't coming back, man.
That's
We
why
won't
Don's
stop
talking about
around
Jezebels.
I don't know nothing about that. Where did he call her Jezebel? Facebook?
No, in one of his posts himself.
Well, that's Facebook.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
You just told this man she's upset because of Facebook posts, but yet you would talk about your so-called wife in a Facebook post. Does that make any sense? Man, these people
would do
wow, man. That's why he was a stick-up guy. He's a bum. I don't give a damn about him being a painter, electrician, whatever the hell Don Wells do. Don is just as goofy as Miss Bly.
Oh, yeah.
All of them are disgusting. The only damn thing they did was make some beautiful children. Other than that, that's
it.
And that's a miracle.
Gutter ass trash. And you keep on rallying behind that church, you're going to get that church wrapped up in some BS. Leave them good Christians alone because you ain't got no business hanging around them good Christian folks anyway.
That's right.
Just using them folks. And I got a problem when you involve the church.
Yeah.
Because some people didn't sign up for this BS you bring it to the table.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what's going to happen.
That
little girl something's up dead. All them damn white folks up in that church and black folks, they going to feel like damn fools. They sat here and rallied behind these two goofy ass parents.
That's right. That's right.
You know what Air Force raffle for bras, $5 a ticket. You know what I'm doing.
Air Force has you, man.
Okay. Julian says, well, they didn't want them to drug test some of hair follicles. Why would they need to drug test some hair follicles for what? GN, what you trying to say? They was giving the girl dope? What you trying to say? Now, come on, now, don't do that.
She get wind of that, she'll shave her head bald.
That was shameful. That's shameful. Yeah. Okay. Shaydoc says when families have 3 boys and a girl and no more kids, it's usually because one parent wanted that girl. I don't think it was Candace. Well, it doesn't matter. It didn't look right. You shaving that child's head. You want me to sit here and believe that child got a pair of clippers and shaved her head to look like her brother. So you're now trying to tell me that that the child had an identity issue at 5.
No.
They did that.
No,
They
because
did.
she was too enamored by the Robin's hair, and she would just enamored by it. When she would look at her and she would hold her, she would just stroke her hair.
I see
and
Robin.
look at
I
her.
see Robin. She's colored her hair blonde
Mm-hmm.
in that prayer vigil.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry for Robin.
I do too.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel real sorry for her.
Yes.
Because she really cared for Summer.
Probably is, worried about this child and wonder what what then happened to this child. And this is terrible for anybody in that church that, were in this trying to help these people or friends with these people. I feel sorry for these people. I really do. I feel sorry for the church.
Me too.
She really cared for Summer. And Summer was just enamored with her. And she would just stroke her hair. You could just tell she would just glare. She would just look at her and stroke her hair and touch her and love on her.
Okay, so you going there, Nancy, with all of that.
Yeah.
What the hell happened from the quarry then? What happened for this to jump off to where this child is missing? Because 9 times out of 10, this baby is not alive. So what happened from the quarry allegedly?
What happened from the quarry? From the swimming hole? From the TikTok?
Allegedly, from where I got information, that boy was dropped off to his mama between 2 o'clock and 2:45. That happened. So what happened after boy H got dropped off? Yes.
He came up with a plan to get rid of that baby.
The picture of something in Allie's pants is online. You just got to go find it. I'm like Freddy Krueger. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
It's a boy.
Yeah. Can't forget it.
You know what? Girl, that's not nice. She tried to
Do we know exactly what? Do we even know exactly what day that was that he got dropped off? Are we even for sure what day that was?
That's the problem. Because everything is coming from those 3 musketeers.
Right. So we don't even know what day that was.
I got confirmation it was the 15th. I can't tell you why and how.
Okay, so we do know
But
it
I got
was.
confirmation that it was the 15th, that they went to the quarry. She dropped him off. The 2 bobbleheads had a conversation. When everything comes to fruition, I will tell you what went down between those 2. Yeah, Candy Cane.
Okay, so
you're gonna be real
love
upset when the queen bring the tea.
Okay, so if that's the case, then we're still in question whether or not Summer went missing that day, or she was missing.
Allysson, Mulani, Mullaney. I believe she's going by Allie Mulani on Facebook. I'm not putting that picture on my damn community page.
Oh, no.
Nah.
I might, but look, I might. Let me see what mood I'm in when I come off the live.
Oh Lord.
Ooh, boom.
Well,
you might see it.
Whatever's going on with her, Kingsport Police Department, there's probably some fishy stuff. The fact that you called the police that day pertaining to your son and the custody issue, and you didn't call, my understanding is you texted. So that means you had a direct line to whoever.
411.
But yet, say the word on the street is they'd have been to your house for 100 times for police calls. Why is that, Allie?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Why the police been at your house, Heavyweight? You running all up YouTube trying to get on them folks' channels because we know you didn't run. Shut up, Queen.
And I also heard that when he came there, the police officer's uniform was all wrinkled and disheveled, and
honey, he probably had just crawled out of bed.
Okay,
terrible.
That's terrible.
And I ain't worried about. Look, I ain't worried about none of you. I ain't worried about none of them hillbillies up there. I ain't lost nothing up through there.
Right.
If I was to go up there right now, I'd be riding by that damn the green sign that said Rogersville. Keep it moving. I ain't trying to go up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just better keep going and trucking on through.
Yeah.
Don't make no
Gas
stop.
there.
Make sure you got gas
Roll
before
past.
you get there.
But the
and
point
keep
is,
going through.
the road, they showed you what the road looks like in this said video that I just brought you. I played you the audio, but the video is on YouTube. You will see the road, and it's just like what the man said to Mr. Wells. You can't see anything from here, from the bottom of the road.
Wow.
So who can tell you what the hell went on up there? Just like the people talking about beer cans, how are you going to tell the public where are the beer cans? How do you know there are beer cans? You can't see the house.
Right.
And when I can tell you why I was asking you all about the beer cans, I will bring you to the tea why I'm asking. Candy Cane knows why I'm asking the questions about the beer cans. She's probably thinking, who the fuck been talking to that black lady? She wondered. I want you to wonder.
Yep, get scared.
I want you to wonder why I'm asking about the beer cans. You know why I'm asking about the beer cans, Candy Cane. You know why I'm asking about the beer cans that were cleared up, Candy Cane. You know
Not
why
with the good
I'm
Christians, huh?
asking about the beer cans. It's our little secret.
Not at the good Christian, huh? The good
You
Christians?
Exactly.
Not the good Christian.
Wow.
You should be worried why she's asking about all the questions. Why she's pointing out all the stuff. Y'all should be coming clean. Somebody should be running.
The page is closed, baby. You're not getting ready to find out nothing. Those posts are from 2013.
Somebody should be running. You know the first one to tell it get the best deal.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what
Yeah.
somebody need to do is take Allie's big ass and put her on a damn George Foreman grill.
Not a George Foreman grill.
Oh, I was about to say something that wasn't very nice.
Your big ass need to get on a grill. Overweight cow.
She can get on the same diet as Candy Cane. Get on that meth diet. That's what they been doing. Get on that meth diet. She'll lose that weight.
You had no business. You had no business. YT telling all the nasty stuff you told. You a filthy cow. You is a swelter cow. You are disgusting. You're a fat ass pig. You're nasty. You're disgusting. Because this little girl is missing. And instead of you focusing on Summer missing, you're sitting up here talking about everything you done nasty with this and that and Jose and Pookie. You're disgusting, man.
Get away. I can't.
Breathe, Tasha, breathe.
I can't wait. Y'all got to go home. I ain't no young chick. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Look, you're not gonna find her. My understanding is she's using different aliases on Facebook. Man, forget that fat ass cow. She's a disgusting pig. Soon as I went into Facebook, I didn't even know if I had the right person. But when somebody sent me the picture that's recent, I said, well, this kind of looked like her because the picture they sent me was kind of blurry, where she was fussing and cussing. And I said, this looked like this gal. And I said, damn, if you look at her picture on Facebook, if you know, same girl, I said, damn, that heifer got some big ass arms. Like that, you know, that little Pillsbury dog thing.
Got some boulder arms.
Her little arm got rolls in them. That picture was old. It's an old picture where she got a burgundy shirt on the Facebook post.
Boy, she built like a can of biscuits.
Yeah, that's the Pillsbury dough girl.
Lord.
Like I told you, you run into Facebook telling all this stuff about that little girl and her family. You run into the YT. Them YouTubers ain't sent you no money.
Not a dime, not a crying dime.
Tell them to put some money on your Cash App card.
No, it's like give her a quarter and tell her to call somebody who gives it flipping care. That's shameful.
That's a nasty white woman.
That's shameful. You know what, though? Her skeleton's coming out the closet now. That's shameful.
She should have never said nothing about her and that guy, that Mexican dude. You were wrong for that. You out of line.
Well, guess what? She'll be getting a subpoena.
Because that don't have anything to do with Summer. I would never put my
nice
business out in the street like that. Even if I was mad at Candy, had a problem with Candy. And see, Allie, let me tell you something. I know why you are mad at Candace. I know the real truth why you mad at her. Yeah, it was told to me tonight. Why you really have a grudge against Candace Bly. And you sitting here wondering, who the hell done told her? Yeah, I know. I know what it's really about. See, you should have kept your mouth closed because I'm going to tell it when they find Summer Wells. I'm going to tell it out.
And I hope you ain't been messing with that lady's son and been in the bed with him.
Like I said, first one to go tell it gets a better deal.
Let me tell you what Allison Mulani's doing. She's feeding you all what she wants you to know. But what she ain't doing is telling you everything.
Yeah, that was evident. There was all kinds of red flags.
What she wants you to know. But she ain't told you why she really has a problem with Candace Bly. But they told the queen tonight why.
Well, that was, I caught that real quick because there was too many red flags.
Somebody told the queen tonight why you have a problem with Candace Bly Wells. So I'm gonna tell it as soon as that baby surfaces.
Whoop!
You take your fat ass and go hide somewhere. So I'm gonna put you on blast.
Time to go down.
Well, surface. Either way, you on blast.
Ooh, she gotta go to school.
Yeah, she gonna go.
Yes, she do.
I gotta go to school. Don't go to school. I'm gonna put your ass on blast.
Queen,
she going to detention.
I'm gonna put you on blast because you wanted 5 minutes of fame on a YT. You really ain't been telling them YouTubers the truth about what's really going on between you and Candace Bly. But I'm gonna let them know as soon as that baby surfaces. I'm only holding out because I made a vow I wasn't gonna tell everything that's been told to me, and I'm keeping my word. But I'm gonna put your big ass on blast as soon as Summer Wells surface, either alive or deceased. I'm gonna give you the 5 minutes your big ass want. And when I get done telling it, you gonna sit your big ass down somewhere.
Child, I hope it ain't overdone.
No, it don't have nothing to do with Dawn. It don't have nothing to do with no love affair
They really hiding something now.
between she and Candy Cane.
Candy came and getting them kids drunk.
Yeah, Air Force. You said she's like a boy.
Merciful me.
Do Candy owe you some money?
The reason why H Daddy said he will make him talk choice of work. He gonna make who talk, Tracy?
Merciful me, I can only imagine.
Well, the point is, this story is like a lot of the stories that you hear. They're street people raising children, and this is why you have all this he said, she said. You see, if you had decent people raising the children, you wouldn't be hearing all this he said, she said.
Right?
You wouldn't have Summer Wells gone.
You know, the point of the story is, these people are messed up. And that's the reason why the child is gone in the first place. I think it should have been evident when Allie came out and started talking. That was your evidence right there. Wait a minute. That's your friend and y'all done slept with the same man and woo, but you just had your son with her. What am I really missing? The evidence has been there from day one. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, listen to what has been told to you. The story truth was there all along. These people are grimy. They had no business procreating. Same thing with Cow City. That heifer had no business laying down making 4 children to get taken away. Then they get taken away.
Amen.
The 2 oldest ones raised by their daddies, and then the last 2 go into foster care with Giselle and Jacqueline West. Then all of a sudden, poof, voila, they missing.
They don't.
Because you didn't have no business having all them damn children without a husband. 4 different daddies. You ain't one of them that said, hey, You want to marry me? And I'm gonna tell you,
Ain't
the
man
truth.
one of them said that.
I have a problem with any man that will lay down and have a bunch of fucking kids and won't marry not one damn baby mama. I call
Come
you
on now. Say that, Queen.
How the hell you got
Yeah.
10 kids? You got 10 children and you wouldn't even marry one baby mama. But you'll marry another helper with 4 or 5 kids.
Right. That ain't yours. That ain't yours.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Message.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy says, H's daddy said if he could get him to New York, that he would make H talk. I think that's an odd choice of words for someone who's supposed to be innocent and know nothing. Well, read between the lines.
Exactly.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yep. Yep.
H got anger problem.
Yeah, I do believe he does.
Yes. Yes.
Well, that stems from something, y'all.
Well,
Mhm.
if your mammy that had 100 calls to her house, do the math.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And my understanding that all that's supposed to be public record. So for y'all that love to dig, go find out why that heifer had 100 calls to her house.
I'm sure somebody will.
H
Won't
have
be
a
me.
problem with that shim. Oh my God.
Mm-mm. It's crazy.
Yes, we know Kay Hernandez. That's why we believe he's on probation for allegedly grabbing a woman out of a car.
Right. That's what they said. Hot
Right.
mess.
See, just no good people. Amen.
Swapping kids.
Well,
and fluids.
Yeah.
My thing
Yeah.
is the deal is done. These courts are wrangling with these people about this child. The documents are set in stone. Just listen to what I'm saying to you. The documents are set in stone that they have open custody of the child. So it's some hanky-panky going on. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. Said it. Wait a
That
minute.
white
Said
girl,
it.
that white girl got some kind of pool up there in Kingsport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's evident. That's evident.
Yeah, very evident.
And I think it's strange. You in cahoots with the police department up there with your fat ass, but you'd have had 100-something calls or so to your damn residence. So what is that all about? Why don't you talk about that on YouTube? You want to talk about Don and Candy Kane. Why don't you talk about why the police stayed at your house so much? Why don't you talk about that while you're running the YouTube?
Right.
See, this is what I keep trying to tell y'all. You need not listen to nothing that's been said on TikTok, Facebook. Stop listening to that shit. Just stop listening to it, man. Because you don't know what you're listening to. I keep trying to tell y'all that. Y'all keep running, repeating. They said this. He said this. She said that. It doesn't matter. Because you don't know if it's the truth or not. You don't know what is the truth. You're just listening to somebody say, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. But you don't know the motivation behind the comment. And Allison is a proof that she's fake as fuck. She's foul. That's a foul ass gal. Because my thing is, you were riding with Candy Kane before June 15th, when all this jumped off about that little girl missing out that holler. So what I have to ask myself, when did your big ass decide to turn?
Lord.
Oops,
I would like to know.
Somebody
3:30.
Somebody already told the queen the reason.
3:30 that afternoon.
I can't wait to hear. 'Cause I don't feel good about this case, but doggone, I can't wait to hear.
She's disgusting. She's disgusting. They're all disgusting to me. Everybody's sleeping around. Candy Cane sleeping with the Mexican, and big girl sleeping with the Mexican, and her baby daddy brought the man down here. And then I'm hearing stuff about everybody up there got the same last name, that both families are known for swapping partners. Yep, somebody told me that tonight. I left that part out.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
That's what I said.
Y'all like swapping partners up there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
In the holler. Right.
So that makes me wonder if Candy Cane slept with the Mexican, Don, have you slept with Allison?
That's what I was figuring.
Let me take my mouth.
They might have all three been in bed together.
Boom,
My
chicka,
hair.
chicka, boom,
Exactly.
boom.
It's gotta be king size. Oh, shut up, Satan.
Yep, that's what I said.
You never know. It could have been.
Because Allison is a big girl. Look, we gotta talk like we're in Alabama. That's a big girl.
That's a big girl.
Might have all been in the bed together.
That's how we
Yeah, that's a lot of hamburgers.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Yeah. Ruth from Meridian, Mississippi. I know all about that big girl.
That's a
how
lot
they
of
say it.
look, that's a lot of hamburger.
I ain't seen her. I gotta see
Let me
it.
tell you something. When they sent that picture to me tonight, I said, what in God's name is this you done sent to me? Ooh, she swelter. That's a swelter.
Oh
That's
Lord,
wicked.
I wish I knew how to see it, but I don't know how to do all that stuff.
All you gotta do is message me on IG.
Okay. What's your? Is it?
I'll send you the picture.
Okay, I'm gonna message you because I want to
It
see.
don't matter. I'm gonna
I
put a
wanna see
big
the
ass on
girl.
blast. When I come out the live, I'll post it to the community board.
Oh,
Okay.
Mercy.
Okay,
That's
I'm
gonna be
look,
a
'cause I want
burning
to
up
see. I gotta
page.
see her.
What you go see is a
okay.
picture. What you go see is a hot pink circle of her crotch.
Oh
Put
my
them in the
God.
bed.
Allison, what is that between your legs?
A
Oh
bullseye.
Lord, I got to see it. I got to
Baby,
message you.
they got
I
some
gotta see
everything going on.
Oh, they do.
I can only
Lord.
imagine why the children messed up. Cause these folks ain't safe.
Allison in Wonderland.
Right.
Is that a sock in your crotch? I'll wait.
Right. What is that? A
I'm
strap
gonna
on?
put you
Or
on.
what is
I'm gonna
it?
put you on blast because you have disrespected a 5-year-old. So I'm gonna put you on blast.
Right. Because you don't disrespect the baby.
Because you should have stayed out of it.
Exactly. Oh, yes. I gotta
Especially
see
since
that.
you ain't have nothing to offer.
I'm gonna put you on blast because
Okay.
you should have stayed out of this mess with Don and Candy Cane. You put yourself
Right.
in this mess. You ran to social media with all this gossip. So I'm gonna give you what you want. You want 5 minutes of fame on YouTube? I'm gonna give it to you.
Ooh. Yes. And I was about to say that.
Because you should have
She
stayed
wanted
out
5
the way.
minutes of fame. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, you say your famous last words, clout chasing.
Yeah, you want to clout chase? Queen gonna put you on blast. And when they see the picture of you, and they're gonna ask themselves, "What is that between her legs?" So what we gonna say is, you either got a sock in your crotch, or you put something in your crotch.
Okay.
And then that means people
Go.
gonna start to wonder if you is a girl wanting to be a boy. You do the math.
Mm. I
I'm
got
gonna
to see this.
give you what you want. You want to be famous? I'm gonna make you famous.
Okay.
Huh.
I'm gonna make
I
you
got to
famous.
see this.
I'm gonna make you famous because you should have kept your fat mouth closed.
Right.
The 5-year-old missing in that holler, and if we didn't need the extra stuff that you brought to YT, all the thing you've done is brought views and likes to these people's channels so they can get some money in their damn bank account. That's all you've done, lady.
Wow.
You're a fool. You're a fool.
Wow.
Other one at that.
She got.
You're a fool.
Yeah.
So Queen, she's strapping it on.
I don't know, but all I can say is when they sent me the picture, the person said, "Look at the circle because it's circled in a hot pink circle." And I said, what is this? And he said, "Just keep looking. Just look at the picture. Just look." I said, "Okay, I'm looking." I said, "Well, what is it?" He said, I don't know what you think it is." I said, "I don't know. You sent me the picture." So I kept looking and I said, "Well, what is that downstairs? What is that downstairs?"
It was a third man.
A
Lord.
plastic leg.
Well, that makes sense why she would
So I
be
said, so I just
upset.
asked you,
Oh,
I just asked
Lord.
you obvious. Is Miss Mulani trying to be a Mr. Mulani, or did she stuff something in her crotch because the police were there? Was she hiding paraphernalia, drug paraphernalia? I don't know, but I know what I got in that photo. You can see something is in she crotch.
Well, that'd be
It
a
wasn't
silly
clean,
place
innit?
to hide paraphernalia.
It wasn't no clean
All I
drawers.
can say is, if it is paraphernalia, that's some mean dope. Wait a minute. You had a man. You had half a brick stuck down in your crotch.
Not half a brick.
You trying to make a statement?
It may have been a dirty sock.
And dirty drawers.
Do she like girls, or what are you trying to tell me? And the person was like, well, she might. I don't know. I don't have confirmation that she's bisexual. I said, well, what I have to do is think about the picture I've been seeing of Candace, where all her hair is shaved. And that's no indication that she is bisexual, want to be a man just because she cut all her hair off. Let me make that clear. But I just started putting the pieces together from the video that's uploaded to the YT of photographs of these people in the interview with Don Wells. All the women are standing around looking like men. So that's bothersome to me. Then we've got a 5-year-old with her head shaved before, I almost said death, before missing. Put it together. Why is everybody female looking like a guy? Come on now. All the females, grandmama sitting there with her legs cocked open like a dude.
Wow.
Your daughter standing there looking like a dude. Then there's another Teletubby to the side that looked like it could be Allison. I said, what am I missing here? Something's not right with these photographs. That's all I kept saying. And all this on the YT. Everything I'm saying is on the YT for verification.
Wow.
There's something not right.
I believe you.
So then we found a 5-year-old missing who she has now a shaved head. Come on now. Put it together.
Grooming. Grooming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell, why the hell you gonna shave the head of a pretty little girl? You want us to believe she was out there fooling with some clippers?
She was so pretty.
She was fooling. No, listen. She was fooling with some clippers. Think about what you're saying. She was fooling with some clippers and cut her own hair.
If I,
where I know, but see where I know you're lying. Listen to me. Where I know you're lying is that the photographs of her running around, there's a video of someone running around. She has hair on the top hanging down.
Thank you.
So that means you shaved that. There's no way she shaved her hair that well.
In the back.
In the back.
And hair is left on top. The last photos of her before missing, all the hair is gone.
Like a little boy.
And I saw photographs of it almost, it's to the nub of her scalp.
Yes.
Almost like a punishment.
Like
humiliating.
I don't know about that. Y'all know where y'all getting that from.
That was an evil haircut.
But what I'm saying is, you want me to believe she messed up her hair for you to shave, that you shaved it all off, or did you shave and leave the top part? Which is it? Because the videos are showing her hair hanging down on top, and then it goes to shave damn near bald.
And when little kids get into, and when little kids start messing with scissors and and razors,
it's in the front by the bangs.
It's always the front.
Yeah,
amen.
It's always the front.
That's the top part that was left on top, hanging long like a bob. Let's say. Then the next time you look, it's all shaved down like a boy.
And I mean, it was shaved up high.
Yeah, her hair was to the nub.
I said, "Oh my God!"
And then they had the nerve to say, "Well, it started growing back." Yeah, because that's what hair does.
Because everybody probably look at it and be like, "What y'all doing today?"
In '83,
these folks are trying to
get my. I do. I got a hold to some cousins in '83. Did my bang. That was it.
Go out there and I saw them two ducks crossing the road. I'd mow them down. They make me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
Y'all make me sick to my stomach. Because you have been shucking and jiving with these folks out here in the street, law enforcement, TBI, that church. You people gotta be ashamed of yourselves. You know you got rid of that little girl, and you need to go and tell the truth.
Right.
Ain't nobody about
they don't never want to do it.
No phantom came up, no dog trail. First of all, for me to come up a dog trail, I got to know the dog trail exists.
Exactly. Yep. That part.
You went from saying they came up the drive, ran down the drive. Then it went from that to they came through the woods. Then it was the dog trail. Well, which is it? Because it can't be all of them.
Yes.
Ain't nobody came in that holler and did nothing. They got that baby missing.
Yeah, they got that baby missing.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling Don didn't go. I'm starting to wonder from that statement made in that audio I played you. He specifically said we were 30 feet away, no more than 40 feet.
But you wasn't home.
But you weren't home.
You was an hour away.
Mhm.
You man, you dirty man.
That's why I was
I don't
saying
know.
that from the get-go.
I don't know what they did to that child. If it was an accident, if one of the brothers did something to her, if she had maybe fell at the quarry and they put her and dressed her up in the car. I don't know, but I believe they're all complicit, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm to the point where I don't even give a damn now. I don't want to hear no more stories from these two. I don't want to hear no more stories from Candace. I don't want to hear no more stories from Mr. Don. I don't want to hear no more stories from Allison. I wish all of you all would go crawl in a fucking hole and cover yourselves up.
Mm-hmm.
Just cover yourselves up.
Now put cylinders on them, put them in a
That's
boat,
what they
and
need to.
put them out there in the ocean.
You all
That
Yeah.
baby needs to be brought home and laid to rest properly.
Right.
Was it a weekday? Yeah, I believe it was a weekday when she went missing.
Tuesday, wasn't it?
It was a Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, it was like Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
It's shameful.
Allegedly, yes. Allegedly.
Right, because we really don't know.
We really
'Cause they
don't.
lie so. These parents lie so doggone
But see,
much.
that is the thing that
we
people
don't really know.
But see, that's the thing people don't think about a lie. You run and repeat what somebody said, but you steady seeing contradictory information. So why would you believe anything thereafter?
I
That's
can't.
That's just common sense.
can't.
I'm not going to sit here and listen to all these stories of what happened to this kid when you've already told 4 different lies to the news. You first
Exactly. She might have-
said you took a walk, but then when you did the interview, you said, I'm scared to walk because I'm scared of bears and coyotes and snakes.
But they ain't scared of the quarry.
So
right.
Which is where snakes will be in their water.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the perfect
No,
breeding
woman-
ground for snakes and all that.
Yeah,
that's how I
says
do that.
read
Water
Candace
moccasins
giving her
at
out
that.
for money for meth. I don't know, baby.
Water moccasins at that.
Water moccasins, yep.
But she wasn't
But
ready
you
for
scared of
the
snake, but I'm gonna let my
911
baby go.
Who does that? You right now now. Who
No
does that?
floaties, no
Say it again.
floaties, no nothing.
Let
Gonna
me
let
hear
her
you
swim
say it. I
out
didn't hear
there.
what you said.
Water moccasins out in that water.
Say who?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't hear what you
Snakes.
said.
Water moccasins.
Water what?
Water moccasins
It's a
out in that
snake.
water.
You ever seen
It's a type of snake.
They
But
It's a snake.
yeah.
we already got
Yes.
2 on deck. We already got 3 on deck.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
We got
They just got
3 pythons on deck.
Them damn
Right.
vipers. Them vipers.
cobras,
We have 3 vipers on deck. Vipers,
rattlesnakes.
pythons been spinning these webs to social media. But this is what I keep trying to tell you why you gotta stay woke. The people, that's when you know people are guilty. The people who cry the most, it's like the little boy that cried wolf, are the same ones who spin the web in the beginning and then cry later. They don't like the response they got. But you spun the web. You spun this web about this little girl. Now you mad because you're not getting the response you think you should get.
They thought they were gonna be on People Magazine.
Tracy makes a very good point. Maybe it happened over the weekend when Don was off and reported it Tuesday to get their story straight. Were they in church the Sunday morning before that? I don't know, Tracy. That's a very valid point. Somebody bring me a receipt that they was in church on Sunday with Summer. If somebody can find that information out.
That's a good one.
That's a very valid point. That's matter of fact, that's
Yeah,
a
it
damn
is.
point. Was
Yeah, it is.
in church before she went missing on that? Very, very. Thank you for that comment.
Yeah, running up and down the aisles.
You know what?
A free spirit.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, this
That's
little
what we
girl.
call them down south.
These people are sad. I believe it's a conspiracy pertaining to Summer Wells. I believe these people conspired to get her gone. I do not know what happened, if this was a deliberate act to get rid of her or it was an accident that was covered up. But either way, it will be abuse of a corpse, even if it's an accident, because by law, you're supposed to call in an accident to a child. That's the rightful thing to do. You don't take a child off and bury them somewhere because you're worried about what people are going to think. And as somebody said to me tonight, these people have a past, and they were worried about all that coming to fruition once they called law enforcement, if indeed it was an accident.
Yep.
They're worried about how they look. But see, this is what I say, but you chose that. That's okay.
Yeah, because they already been hollering about how they look. People already judging them about how they look.
That's on you about how you live, how you got a protection order up, then down, don't want to prosecute. That's on you. But you don't go discard no child because possibly it was an accident. You do the right thing and you call law enforcement and say, hey, my baby had an accident. Can you send me an ambulance? You don't go hide her.
That's because it wasn't an accident. They did something to her.
Yeah. Well,
right. Mm-hmm.
And count on possible wheel money and whatever else.
Let me tell you something I'm sitting here thinking about right now. I wonder if they're sitting here thinking maybe we should have never even reported her missing. Stay woke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think they ever thought it was going to get this much.
You would have been better off never even reporting her missing. The only problem would have been you wouldn't be able to go to church because somebody would have been asking where's Summer.
Where's Summer? Mm-hmm.
Oh, they would have said,
right.
We sent this at Wisconsin with the rest of our family.
That's
exactly what they told me.
Well, people do it all the time.
Yep.
They make stories about where the children are for whatever reason. So you're right. They could have lied and just said, oh, she went up to stay with my uncle, my whatchamacallit, and then stop going to church, fall off, they'll fall off, you fall off and move on.
Right. But it seems like a damn pattern to me.
How long they been going to that church?
A year.
Said, oh, wait, is there church on Saturday? Seventh-day Adventists, I think they do hold church on Saturday.
Yep, they do.
Okay.
That's a Saturday church.
I don't know if there's anybody that can find out if they were in church.
Didi, they've been going there for a year.
What's the name of the church, yeah?
Seventh-day Adventists.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking this probably was.
Kingsport. It's in the video. It's in one of my videos, the name of the church. Brittany says they act like they know exactly what didn't happen. Well, what did happen, Don? If you know what didn't happen, I mean, my goodness. Yes, I believe that too. Hi, Evie. How are you? Thank you. Love says, I think Don, Candace, and the grandma will be arrested. Yeah.
I don't think the grandma gonna be arrested.
They gonna take them out now. They ain't nobody got time to be playing with them folks because you don't even know who knows what. See, that's the whole point of the story. Let me tell you something that's the best policy. You put them all in the pot and let them try to crawl their way out like a crab.
Mm-hmm.
Because a crab is going to crawl over another crab to try to get out of the top of that jar.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They're going to get pretty bracelets or subpoenas.
You put them all in the jail and see who hollers first.
Right.
Because somebody is going to holler first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially when they see they're not coming out of there.
Especially since they all see they're in next to each other. They're going to be like, oh, crap.
See, and that's what you do. Put them all in there. You send some seasoned detectives in there to start saying, Pookie talking, Ray talking. No, he ain't got nothing to say about me because I ain't done nothing. Oh, yes, he did. He said you did this, and this. And then eventually somebody going to squeal. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You go in there and you make up stuff because the police will tell you. We do not have to tell you the truth in an investigation. We don't have to tell you the truth. We will lie to get to the bottom of the story.
They'll tell you some things, and then some things is not all true.
Carolyn says, yeah, but be careful. The law might be involved. I believe this is way bigger. It might be. Them folks down there in that holler might be involved. But see, I know something about that too, but I can't tell it.
We ain't saying nothing wrong.
So all I'm going to tell you is this. You may be on to something, Miss Lady, that made that comment in the chat.
Oh, yeah, we done thought about that.
Okay.
That's why we made a comment about how she got a 411 direct dialect to them.
Exactly.
So Queen will tell you everything when they find Summer Wells. Everything that was told to me, I will repeat it.
Yep.
Well, justice.
Well, Colonel, don't say you don't trust the church because that's all we got right now. Is the church?
Ain't that true?
I don't even want to implicate nobody from the church in this mess. I don't want to do that. That's something I don't want to do.
Just the folks that was responsible for her.
Yeah, I don't want to involve the church in this because I don't know these people to say. I don't know these people, so right now it's just a judgment call. I don't want to say anything bad about the church.
Nope.
I just want to pray that those people are innocent. They didn't know anything. They don't know anything about Candy Cane and Don. And that's the whole point, is that because people sit in the pew, you don't know them. You don't know your neighbors. You don't know people at your job. You don't know people. People lie and deceive every day. So there is no such thing as knowing somebody. This story is just like any other story. You walk by somebody, you work with somebody, you went to church with somebody, now they're missing. Now you're hearing that he said and that she said. It happens every day. It's sad.
Well, I do pray for this little girl. I pray that she is found sooner than later.
Okay, Tracy says, so maybe it happened on the weekend. They wanted to get her on video to prove she was okay on the day they reported her missing, so they kept her cold, frozen milk and whoever was in the car with her. Lord Jesus, I'm dead.
Now, Tracy, you're reaching. It was too hot out there.
Yeah, okay, but you got to count. So what's the time frame of the video at the quarry then?
Well, if somebody's savvy enough to upload stuff and tamper with dates, maybe they can do that kind of stuff. I don't know.
You ain't got to tamper with no dates, baby. You just upload the video. It posts the date you upload it.
Yep. There you go.
That's right.
Evie says Summer looked neglected to me. Everybody on the panel, do you feel the same?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Starting with Nancy. Why?
She was the only little girl. And
no, but tell me why you think she was neglected. What did you see about her that would make you think she was neglected?
Her hair, and she was skin and bone.
Nancy,
the house, the hair, the clothes.
Yes. She wasn't treated like a little girl.
There you go. That's my answer.
The way when she fell that we was talking about last night, and they were laughing, and the brother pushed her down, and the dad of them laughed.
Loretta, what are you saying? David Dawson said in his interview that Candace's grandma, at least one boy, was at a garage sale at the church 10 days before. I don't understand what you're saying, honey. Tasha, do you feel like she was neglected?
Yes, I do.
Because?
For the same reason that everybody else has said, her hair, her clothes, and I seen one picture of her. Well, no, I seen three of her holding her crotch, and it didn't look.
Yeah, I heard.
It didn't look right to me.
It's funny you would mention that because I heard
like,
some people
is she irritated down there?
That's what I was going to say.
What little girl does that?
Maybe because she wasn't bathed properly or something.
Right.
And that could be it. Yeah, and that really disturbed me.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've heard that. Hello, John. How you doing? I have heard that I believe it was it's a new day today. It's after 12. See, I like to pick and choose what I talk about. You know, I cut up. I will go ham on certain situations, but I have to be very delicate when you start talking about allegations of child molestation because I don't want that coming off my channel that I said that. So what I'm going to say is, I have to go back in and review videos to see if I come to that same conclusion of that.
I was just going to say bathing procedures, cleanliness.
Right. And it could be.
It could have been.
It could be that. But you're not the first to say that, so I will say that. I have heard that probably yesterday. A few people had said something about they noticed her hand in that area. So I will go back before I go to sleep and look at any commentary in the videos to see if I saw anything that would make me think that there could have been something. Whatever that something is, I do not know.
Right, and it could have been that, or it could have been. Because I'm saying this here, I don't know. But when I was a child, even until this day, I cannot use like
I know. Well, that's women. You cannot use perfume products,
So
Yeah.
half gel. You have to be careful
I
with
can't
half
use
gel
that
because
stuff.
it will cause
Yeah.
it's not really an infection, but it can cause girly problems. When
Yes.
Irritation.
irritation.
Yes.
So that's why the
Right.
doctor
It
says
could have been that.
don't use
I
baby
don't know.
powder. That causes problems. That's been also linked to cancer, cervical cancer using baby powder
Yes.
in your private area.
Yes.
So perhaps it's that she wasn't bathed properly or she
Yes.
was not
Right.
clean enough. I also told you yesterday, who's to say that she had not been wetting herself? Because
That
children who
too.
are neglected and abused wet the bed.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yes, they do.
Hygiene.
Or one
Probably
of them
didn't have a
Walking
bed.
around with wet undergarments.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
or one of them water moccasins got to her.
You know what?
Come on, come on, Dee Dee. Yes, real deal.
No, for
Right,
real.
Dee Dee.
Yes, it
No,
might
seriously.
She
happen.
probably didn't have a bed.
I'm
You know
sorry.
what I'm saying? Seriously.
Well, there's a
Yeah,
picture of her
you never
standing in the
know.
but it looks nasty, and there's a big old blue garbage can or something standing in the background. So the first thing I said when I saw that yesterday, I said, "What the hell is in that garbage can?" I think I've seen that picture before. I could tell the place is nasty. I've seen
Yes.
pictures of the kitchen; it looks nasty.
Very.
The picture of her standing on a wooden bunk bed, whatever. There's a big old garbage can sitting in the corner.
That's what I was gonna
Stuff
say.
in it piled up. What was that?
Cleanliness.
It's amazing
Damn,
how
I mean,
people
I'm
live.
telling you,
You
man.
just never know.
I want to shake Candy and Mr. Dunn. I just want to take both of their heads and bang them together.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to bang them together.
I feel that way.
But they banging everybody. Ooh, no, thank you.
Right, Dee Dee. But everybody getting in the bed with them,
I'm
licking
sorry.
and laughing.
Yes.
Just,
we did.
yeah.
We mentioned that in the commentary about the 100-mile rule.
That's
She could be
disgusting.
far away. But see, I always tell people who are guilty give sober thoughts. They speak of what happened, and that's what that attorney said in that audio that I played you earlier. When people talk that are guilty, they're basically telling you what happened before the child, person went missing, deceased, whatever. So they're spinning you the web of what went on before death.
Yep.
Right.
But that, I think, is what has been happening with these two. You have been spinning us lies. You've been spinning us lies. Because in the end, we really don't know the last time this child was seen alive. It's going to come down to what somebody said in the chat. We need the church folks to start talking now. Did they go to church the weekend before they filed a report that she was missing?
And I don't find no video, y'all, on June 13th, okay?
Okay. Now retired LE, don't start.
No, I looked up.
I ain't gonna do that. That's why I moved past it.
Listen, a store employee on another channel mentioned Summer being dirty and had numerous yeast infections. What the hell? You know she got a
How
yeast
would they not?
Oh Lord, I can't.
Because she told
Was
it.
that her GYN?
Because she told it.
You know that.
Who told it?
Who saw something about an EYGN? Girl, you better go on with all that.
No, I'm saying Summer. Summer went start blabbing. That
She wouldn't know what no yeast infection is at 5, girl.
Okay,
I know she heard
it. What you're saying? A store employee knows that a child has a yeast infection, plural.
Because
Right.
Summer said, "This is for me." My mom said, "I got a yeast infection." Come on now, y'all. Think
Okay,
about
now
it.
Don jumping in. Yes,
Well,
I
I-
heard about
okay.
numerous yeast infections.
From who?
Okay, I'm dead.
Kids,
How do the
It would
store?
have to be a doctor.
I'm done.
So y'all telling me Candy Cane was buying Monistat 7?
Right, I was gonna say
and
that.
told him
Prices buying cream. Right, but
it's for my baby, not for me.
About somebody coming in buying yeast infection cream. I'm not gonna sit here and think it's for no damn 5-year-old.
No,
come on
no,
now.
the last thing you think.
I would only know that if you told me, oh, it's not for me. But why would you explain yourself? Because you shouldn't be explaining nothing. What a person behind the counter is supposed to do is ring it up and don't ask me no damn questions.
That's
right. But everybody know each other.
Cause Summer ran her mouth. Summer just
Wow.
went around.
It was probably her own yeast infection and didn't want the cashier to know, so she said it was for her daughter. Could be.
That still wouldn't make no
Well-
sense. 'Cause they'll be like, "Did you take her to the doctor and
Well,
get a prescription?"
Remember?
Hello.
Hey, stop.
They
It's a rumor.
swapping.
It's a rumor. It's a
You
rumor.
know,
Mm-hmm.
So don't
you
put
know
no
they,
Yeah,
stock
it
in
is.
it.
you
Because
know
this
them
is a
people.
rumor. This is a rumor like everything you've heard on YT and Facebook. I
Exactly.
say it again, bring me a receipt.
Right.
Because
Well,
I don't know nothing about no yeast infections from nobody. And let me make that clear before it's carried out the chat.
that's true. Well, I
That's what's
say,
wrong. That's what's wrong with this case. Everything is gossip.
that little girl, she,
Everything's
Mm-hmm.
to
gossip.
me, she looked neglected because of her hair, her clothing, the way she was dressed.
And she
How
looked a
she
little
ate.
sick.
Though she didn't look like she was very happy.
Yes,
She
John Q, we mentioned that about the saying we were 30 feet away, no more than 40
mm-hmm,
feet. That was the last thing I brought in my
mm-hmm,
commentary. So, as I said, there's a possibility that Don was there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a possibility.
yeah.
So,
When
She
he got to
just
talk about the resurrection, I said, "Oh no,
yeah,
something
well,
else going on
why
here."
are you talking about that?
Yeah.
That's not appropriate talk
Mm,
when your child is missing.
and they never mention her name.
They
Very
don't.
seldom. It's
And that's the
he,
point.
they.
But that's what I would do. I would say she or her because I don't know her.
my baby.
My baby.
I would, yeah. I would
But
make it more
you're
personal.
supposed to say present tense. She likes to swing on the swing.
Right.
She likes to dance. She likes to listen to music. She likes to play with her dolls. You don't say
Past tense.
she always liked or something. You understand what I'm saying? Everything
Yeah.
that brought forward about these people is in the past tense pertaining to Summer Wells. And never once during the interviews that have been brought to the YT did they ever call her by her government name.
I know.
Never once did you call her Summer.
Did y'all,
I think
did y'all ever,
it's a disconnection.
did y'all ever
Trying to
see a video
distance.
of her playing with dolls?
Well,
No,
I saw one picture where she was holding
No, I
on to a
didn't.
doll.
yeah, there's only a few pictures
Okay.
that I've seen where she had like, girly clothes on, but a lot of the pictures are of her looking lanky in her clothing, which would make somebody think she was a boy.
Right.
She does look like she would be tall in stature down the line. She was lanky in appearance. So I just think they didn't give a damn.
Nope.
They
No,
didn't give a damn
They
about her
didn't.
appearance.
because you got her
They
at,
did
you
not.
got her at church with skirts and dresses and pants under them. What is
Yeah.
that?
Well, that was
Pajama pants.
that picture came. Now listen, that video that you saw her in church, that was in the winter. So they naturally put pants on her because it was cold. It was wintertime. It was wintertime when that
they could
video.
have bought some tights or something.
No, you put some
What?
leotards on her and some
Well,
socks.
But like I said, what you do and what
Yes.
Pookie do is two different things.
Hmm.
They put pants
But
on her.
Pooka ain't did nothing since birth. Look like Pooka ain't did nothing since birth. For none of than me.
But shaved her head.
So all the, when you said about the baby, the brother with the yellow teeth, I was like, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They been neglected. So one going to jail ain't. They all need to go to jail.
That's why I said when I saw the pictures of the little boy in the TikTok video where the daddy was cutting the grass and all that, his teeth were yellow. I mean yellow. I said, man, this baby ain't even washing his teeth.
Worse than corn on the cob, yellow.
This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Real deal says, what about Candace with the hoodie sleeping in the church? So was that Candace Bly or not?
I believe so.
Well, I did see a video today when I was on the YT, and there's a quick clip of her, and she did have a red hoodie on, and I saw her face.
I believe so.
I do believe
She should have hid that.
Listen, I do believe she repeated her clothing often because there are several photos of her in that blue tank top. So when I saw the picture today of her, or yesterday, excuse me, in the red hoodie, I said, oh man, please don't tell me that was that heifer sitting on that pew with that red hoodie sleeping. Because I did see a photograph of her in a red hoodie. And it wasn't in church. That I believe.
I believe so. I saw a picture of her in a red hoodie, and it was a picture. It was a different angle of that church, of that same hoodie, and the picture was a different angle, and the hoodie was opened up more, and the picture was a little bit blurry, but it looked just like Candace.
Well, I'm going to say this for the record, because I posted it to my community board. Candace Bly, if that is you in that church, slumped over in that red hoodie, you are shameful. You are shameful. And what's shameful is that video, that footage was filmed of you in the Lord's house sleeping while your child is running amok up and down that steps in that church.
Disrupting
It shows me that you didn't care, husband didn't care. Hell, I'm gonna be truthful. The people in the church, you all didn't do due diligence either.
Right.
And it's time for maybe you all to decide that you need children's church in another room in a nursery. Because there's no way in hell any child should be running behind a pastor while he is speaking and delivering the word. It's disrespectful.
Very.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if that's your way of doing things, it's how it looks. How can you concentrate if somebody's running around you in the church? Come on now.
I don't know how it looks. It's how it's perceived to the Lord himself.
Well,
it don't look.
Perhaps they
It
are
don't
watching YouTube as well, and they're saying to themselves, maybe we need to change some things about how we conduct ourselves and how we're running church.
But it only Summer. It was nobody else.
Right.
Well,
all those other little kids sitting in the audience, it was only Summer. I'm like, girl, if you don't sit
Well,
down-
my thing is I heard somebody say that one of the deacons or somebody did, murmur something or what. But the point is, like I said, a lot of people are afraid to say stuff. This is why I say why we have the problems we have in our country, because people are afraid to speak up and call a person's bluff. They don't want no fractions. They don't want no issues. They don't want no flack. They don't want to be arguing with somebody. But I feel like church is sacred. There has to be respect in church, because if you're not going to have respect in church, you won't have respect nowhere. We are really disrespecting each other in the street. So if you're going to go to church like you can do anything and allow people to do anything, and children do anything, you need not even have church.
Well, I'm surprised that black deacon didn't tell her to sit down.
Well, they ain't had no black deacon.
We wasn't allowed to do that crap.
Oh no!
Listen, you better eat that butterscotch. And
I can tell you right now,
butterscotch candy, amen.
My pastor wouldn't have had nobody running behind him up and down those steps. I can tell you that now, because he
No
way. He would have took her by the hand and walked her out of the church and went and took her down the hall to children's church.
No, I got one better. No, I got one better. Mama would have just looked at us and we would have just been sitting up straight.
Okay. That one
you
look.
got the look.
Oh, but real deal, I did say perhaps you could have been one of the boy children sitting there in the pew, because that's why I never said it was Candace sitting there on the pew, because I didn't have verification who was sitting there in the pew with the hoodie on. I always said it could be one of her boy children.
Mm-hmm. It was
That's
a boy.
That's a big boy.
It was a boy.
I mean, well, his mammy big. What's your mammy?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Did you see her mammy?
I ain't seen it. I gotta see where I can-
Big.
I ain't seen no pictures.
As they say in black folk talk, they big boned it.
Right.
I didn't think her son, her oldest son, was that big.
Folks eating ham hocks and collard greens up in that holler. Shut your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think her oldest son was that big.
You already know Candy Cane probably can make some bean lasagna. Usually people that's nasty can cook good. Shut your mouth.
I'll pass.
Oh my goodness. No, I pass.
Ain't you heard that?
I'll pass.
I have.
Women with nasty houses can cook.
Yeah, and they be
Not
putting
for me.
everything.
I have
in there.
heard that.
It's just a matter of you want to
The
get
big
salmonella.
arms.
Listen, it's just
Oh,
a matter
her
of
arms
you get-
big. I know she can go throw
but
down.
look, it's just a matter. Do you want to get salmonella poison, and why you get?
Okay.
Don't nobody want no
That's why I
ptomaine
always
boy.
pass that meal.
I'll pass on that snake stew.
Y'all don't need none. Right, exactly. I
I
don't
ain't
need
got
none
no
of that.
ptomaine poison.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Love says I
put myself in the crock pot before I left.
so the whales won't be offended and leave. Yes, love. That's what I said. More than likely, the church didn't want to say anything to them about their child. But there comes a point when you have to say something. You cannot just keep letting them run up around, or any child run around. You have to say, hey, your child got to sit
Yes.
this. Or somebody should say, I think we need a children's church in a separate room.
Right.
because I
And the
saw
children can
that
learn the
video.
word in a controlled environment.
Yeah, I saw that video where Robin was trying to give children's church on the
I don't
on
know
the
the flute guy.
stage,
I don't know the
and
flute guy.
I say the
You know what
deacon
Air
on
Force
the
flute guy.
stage, and he went and told Summer and her brother to calm down.
Well, Tracy, who a person chooses to give their belongings to, that's their choice. Obviously, the grandfather wanted his estate to go to Summer.
Yeah, that's their personal choice.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
That's
because
their
I don't have
choice,
no
their will.
children, so mine going to somebody unbelievable that it, yeah.
Well, I think that
'Cause
tells
I
you a
don't
lot
have
of what was going on in this family, that the people didn't get along. Because the fact that a grown man is going to leave a child in the state when you have all these other people older than her tells you everything you know. That he obviously didn't get along with his own daughter, Miss Bly. He didn't get with the boy children. He didn't even let it leave all their names on this state, and they divided up.
Right. And there's got to be a reason for it.
True.
Okay, Shay Doc says Candace and Monica ruined potlucks for me. I'm dead.
And they have, and there's more children other than Candace. There are more children other than just Candace too.
Wow.
There were more children than just Candace and Rose. So why I
Well,
just
it's like
go
I
to
said,
Summer?
he chose.
That's
chose
right.
who he wanted to have.
That's right. He did. He made his choice, and that's it.
That's the thing about people.
And that's his
You tell
right.
somebody who to choose to leave their belongings to. That's what he did. I'm almost at 3 hours. I'm going to check out of here. I want to thank you all for joining me.
All right.
Pertaining to this storyline, I brought you still commentary and sources. I do believe that this is a conspiracy pertaining to Summer Wells. I do believe these people are complicit in the disappearance of Summer Wells. I believe you have been hoodwinked and bamboozled by Mr. Wells and Candace Bly Wells and this Allison Mulani. I believe they're all full of you know what. I think they all want 5 minutes of fame, and now they have decided to put their tail between their legs and cry wolf about the things that have been said on social media. But the problem with this story is that you ran to social media running your mouth. So you need not now cry about the stories you're hearing spun about yourself, because you see, you set this up. You got this child gone, and now you're crying wolf. You don't like what people are saying about you.
Amen.
Too late. The deal is done.
Justice for Summer Wells.
The deal is done.
Amen. Amen.
Take all of you.
Queen, how can I email you to get that that photo?
I'm going to post the photo to my community board.
Hey,
Okay.
Queen, you
If
have
I
a
can.
blessed
If I can.
time.
Thank you.
You have a blessed time
Thank you all.
down.
God bless all
Yes,
of you. Thank you
enjoy,
Down south.
enjoy.
Enjoy your
Wish I
trip.
could go with
I
y'all.
will.
your
If you want to
trip.
donate to the channel and the cause of Everyday Shenanigans,
Yes,
dollar sign.
I know that's right. We will.
129. Please send the Queen a cash app. She sure don't mind.
We gonna do it. We gonna do it. We
Dollar
want you
sign.
to
Big
do
Angel.
it up and no lie.
I'm going. Yeah. Look. Oh, you got that right. I'm going to the know you. I sure forgot what
Yeah,
it's called.
you going to the no lie. We gonna send you off right, boo.
Look, I
We got you.
hope I see Juvenile. I'm in it to win. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, see,
Queen is ready
just give me
to
an
go.
autograph and a picture.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready.
We're gonna
I'm
send you off
ready.
right.
I cannot wait to get
I
out.
got you, boo.
Chill. Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, I
check
got you, boo.
$1.25. If you want to donate to the channel, dollar sign Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you all so much for joining me. This is a very
Much
sad
love. I'm
story
getting down.
pertaining to this story pertaining to Summer Wells. It's horrific because she deserves better than what's been given, what's been told to you. You don't know what to believe. Some of you believe everything that you hear. And I've told you all that you cannot believe everything that you hear on social media, because that is somebody else's version pertaining to what is allegedly the truth. It is her version, his version, and the truth. And sometimes in the mix of that is the truth, but you will never know the truth because you don't know the people involved. And my source told me that when Summer Wells has been discovered, we will reveal to you everything that we have learned pertaining to all the people that we have mentioned, I have mentioned in this said commentary pertaining to Summer Wells. I will reveal the stories. I will reveal the lies that have been spun to you pertaining to the relationship of Miss Wells and Miss Allison. I will reveal to you what was said between the two when she dropped off H. I will reveal all that to you. But right now I cannot, because it's still an open investigation, and I have to try to preserve safety of people, and so nobody gets wrapped up in some drama because of what I repeat on this network. But know that you have been misled about the disappearance of Summer Wells. And I do believe law enforcement knows that they have spun lies to the public. And that is why I told you that I found it odd that every waking day for the past week, there has been an upload to WJHL pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells. You have never heard an update every damn day pertaining to a missing child. You didn't hear it with Cal City. You didn't hear it with Cupcake. You didn't hear it with probably numerous other children. Some believe it's race-induced, that she's white. That is why you're getting an update. I don't know. I don't know. It's because maybe it's a small area. That's the only breaking story they have. I don't know. I don't make no claims to know. But what I do know, it is odd. And what I told myself is that, and I told you all this last week, I do find it odd that every day these networks are uploading clips to the news every day with the search, TBI telling you they're looking for this child. It's as if they want you to know, don't think we're not trying to find her. We are still looking for her. And I brought you commentary and a source that they're still looking for her, but on an as-needed basis. So that leads me to believe that they either don't know where she is or they have an idea that there is foul play involved. You're entitled to believe what you want pertaining to these parents. There are people out here who don't like to think bad of others. But see, I'm the type of queen, I listen to everything that you say and I chop it up and I put it back together. And if I see that in your commentary, you have lied to the public more than one time about your version pertaining to a missing person, I'm out. I don't go look nowhere else for the truth. I don't go to the lie book. I don't go to TikTok. I don't go to Twitter. And I really don't go to YT. Because what I go by is what you said. And if you have given more than one version pertaining to the disappearance of your own child, I don't need to go look nowhere else. And that's how I rock. Thank the mods on deck for joining me. Thank those in the chat. I want to thank the person who has been helping me and giving me information pertaining to this case. I want to thank you. You know who you are. And I want the public to know that we will reveal what has been said, things that you don't know pertaining to the disappearance of this child, the rumors that you have been hearing. I will pray that I will one day soon be able to dispel the rumors that you have heard and let the truth be known about the lies that you've been told on social media pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells. And I want to say this to Candy Kane, Bly, Don Wells, and Allison Mulani. You three are the most disgusting human beings I've seen since Cal City, Camille McKinney, Brianna Williams, Leah Davis, Evelyn Boswell. You all are disgusting and you are vile. And you have no respect for life, but you don't have respect for yourself. Because all you have done is talked around Summer Wells. And you have never, in the short 4 weeks that this case has been on the books, ever called your own child by her government name. And that tells me everything I need to know. So I don't need to go to the lie book. And I don't need to go to the lie book too. For he said, she said. Your own words told me the truth of how you feel about your child. Summer Moon Utah Wells. You never cared. Thank you all for joining me. God bless all of you. Stay safe. This is Everyday Shenanigans.